does. Another team cheer is coming in, holding in the hype, just having the spirit.
Woo!
Making
Spirit.
sure. See, look how close the monitor is.
Yeah, you're
on the
right.
left side.
I
He's actually
cannot-
super close. to
He
the monitor.
is going to like
jump into the monitor. Yeah, I know.
This is gonna be like what is it? Is it ready for the game? Is it ready for the game? I think we are ready
so.
for the game.
We do have the
Let's
thumbs up.
go into introducing our players. I'm so glad that we did this after 4 games. Yeah, this is a look. Whoa. Okay,
straight
now
into the
look at
game.
our players. Just look at the game. Whoa, let's go, G Clef. I can't wait.
Matt is Sandstorm, going all the way to the road, going towards. That was a sudden.
Going from the window to the wall.
Yeah, going towards the B side. That's always a good strategy. You just want to open your way up to the road. So making sure you have some angle to work around and maybe possibly just go towards the A side with the plaza right after.
Yeah, check and see. Mostly Augs and a couple of dual A's for our VGA. So at least for Vengeance, they are rocking a little bit of a different loadout than we're used to seeing. I think it's like 4 dual A's, a couple of dual Chris's. So on the other side, lots of Augs from Plan B. So common loadouts, but a little bit different strategies. Lots of spray and pray from VGA. So Vengeance looking for that.
No one actually in the pub actually defending from all the way back from B and A because they're actually quite far away. And B, it takes a long time, plus almost 13 plus seconds from A to B directly. So you need to make your way in. It's more for the backup. How if you have a man down, you just want to have the backup up to the other side. The speed, you got to go back right now because there was no one else right now defending it. Goes down.
Yeah, Monster, the first casualty there for Plan B. And I think it's just going to go from bad to worse here. It doesn't look like Shine Asian's going to be able to stay alive any longer. And I think the rest of the team is just going to fall. It's kind of interesting. See DRG up there way high. I don't know if Vasily is going to have enough time. Okay, he does get the plant off, but now he's going to run for the hills.
Totally possible.
Yeah.
As long as he secures this place, actually gets found out and dies right off.
Gets taken out. Now they'll have no problems taking out the bomb. A little bit of a formality. Just going to run up, get the defuse off, and everything should be good.
Sometimes if you know the timing, because after planting it, and even the planting time was actually, it cost a lot of time. And he was using about 15 seconds to actually go slowly plant it, and then walk slowly out, maybe looking for your best case scenario, but not going to be the one for you for the first round.
All right, see what the rotational choice will be here from Plan B. Looks like they are staying back just a little bit as Vengeance pushes forward. Vengeance currently stuck in that A plaza, looking to push maybe a little bit deeper. I love that there's this sort of downtime as both teams really kind of take time to think about their life choices. Where do they want to go?
Where's their path? Which one's the right direction? Just managed to escape a little bit. Actually, comes all the way out to the road. Is trying to bait out behind the truck. Maybe that spot has been spotted after the smoke has been thrown so far.
Yeah, no snipers or anything to aim all the way down road, but oh man, that's really close quarters. Pop it up on top of the truck there, but drop it down immediately. That's gonna be the first casualties, 1 kill apiece on both sides, but we're not gonna stop there. It looks like we continue to push forward. No frag kills or pressure just yet.
Yeah, great cover in the angles of having the B plaza surrounded, but this pub getting closer to it, having it open for now. There are lots of baiting spots, so you do need to check all the way in, left and right.
All right, just trying to get an idea about what the next play will be. Trying to push rather into Plaza is just going to be a little bit difficult here for Plan B.
Yeah, you just should leave that open because you actually do need to secure where you spawn. Oh, actually gets a kill right there. No escape from the grenade.
Definitely not. I mean, for Plan B, I mean, what is the victory condition here? 1 on 3, certainly an uphill battle, and I don't know. That's definitely a lot to ask.
3 bullets through the head.
Yeah, 3 bullets and a dream. No dream there.
No dream in this case, as they basically spawn. The blue actually spawned right on top of a bomb site right here, and that's how easy it is to if you just keep your defense there, not really go all the way into the back alley. You don't need to risk going into that small choke point.
Yep. I concur. All right.
They have the cover. They have all the cover with the back alley from the A, from B, and not really placing too many.
Yeah, Vasily doesn't even really care about the smoke. He can still see through it on the outside.
In this case, they actually have people in the pub, and really not really sensing anyone from the roadside. They're actually focusing on catches one with the grenade, down to 4.
Down to 4, checking out Shales. He's gonna guard the bridge up there by the balcony, but he's not. There's nothing that really can contest him. He's totally dominated that. Now bounce it up and over truck. This is actually not going well for Shy
Look at the
Asian.
2 kills picked up with the grenade, with the backup coming out from his teammate right behind him.
Yeah, frag through the smoke. Probably won't catch anyone just yet, but yeah, that double is just way too much, too big a factor right now. Plan B. Just in shambles right now, and for Shales, I don't know. He's got Vasily there to try to come around and even the score, but at this point, like, where are you even going to plant?
You can try for a lucky one. Already 3 men in place for B site.
Okay, well,
does not see him, but
good
does
luck
now with the angle.
Popping around the corner, looking for a couple of different angles there into B site, but he does find 1 kill, so at least that's going to work out. But in the end, he does go down. That's 3 in a row for Vengeance. Mission success.
Yeah, great way of defense coming in plan B. They're really going to go all the way in, sometimes breaking into the A plaza and then going to the B plaza, just looking through the center way, which they have not tried yet until there's maybe looking for a few kills into the road, but when you are making your way in because there's only 1 truck and you're kind of vulnerable to lots of grenade and the straight out shots from the blue side. And making the initial approach to the road, I would understand dragging out the grenade, but if you take too much damage. And they have been taking a lot of damage, a lot of death.
Road has been a death trap. That double kill from the grenade, you can't let that happen. It really just kind of stops you dead in your track, quite literally. So Road maybe a little bit off limits right now. That's why, like you said, we do have players trying to push through that back alleyway. I don't know how successful that's going to be. We'll see where next overfrags go.
Finally, they're trying something else, trying the road. Once again, maybe going towards the big plaza, maybe going towards the back alley. Trying to poke into their waist point there.
Yeah, coming around plaza. I mean, this could be a good angle. Again. Stopped at the truck. Do you manage to make it all the way through road? Now coming to B.
Angle.
B side does have a couple protecting it, but 1 kill right there. Can he land another one? Boxes protected. I can't catch exactly who that is, but at least for right now, it is a very well-defended B-bomb site. Yep, too well defended to push into. So right now, plan B need to come up with a plan B. Only 1 alive. It's a 1v2, so it's still doable, but they just cannot pressure through road onto B site.
This is a choice from Vengeance. Do you really put 2 together, or just 1 for each? At
Shales,
each plant?
Come on, Shales. Nope. There we go. I was really cheering for Shales there at the end, but unable to make up the deficit. And that is 4 straight for Vengeance. We kind of asked ourselves before this game, G-Clev, like, what do you expect out of this Indonesian team? Well, a domination the likes of which we've only really seen out of Thailand so far. This looks just like a master class.
That's because Plan B has been trying the same Plan B. They need Plan A, Plan B, Plan D. But so far, only B is happening, and they are trying something else as they are slowly walking across the pub where they actually have 2 in this place. The worst timing. They went rounds before, rounds and rounds and rounds before, but not in this round. It is actually the opposite. And Vengeance catching that at the perfect place. They actually have 3 all the way. Look at the angle. Created both sides. And the bottom also.
Possible angle for them to try to come in there. Thankfully, Vasily is a little bit of a god, so he's going to get 1 kill, but he's the last surviving member of his team. And really, Plan B.
We'll get caught right after. That's going to be 5 rounds straight going to Vengeance.
Wow.
From Indonesia. Strong performance first half.
G-Clef, you and your understatements. That was a massacre. Nothing worked for Plan B. Like you said, they kept trying Plan B. The weird thing is, in order to get to the B bomb site for their Plan B to work, they had to go through road, and they just got massacred there over and over again. That was not their access. So you saw it several times. They're like, okay, well, maybe we should try going up, towards A. No, couldn't even get through the plaza. It was just they just got stopped every single time.
Because the first 3-4 rounds, they actually had no one in the pub, and only one watching from the E Plaza, and not even one in the pub back alley. And that's usually the positioning if they are actually having all the way back. They were just securing A side and B side, two split each other, and one in B Plaza only. That's really actually opening up lots of spaces for Red, but they were actually trying to get some taste. Scared to do it, that they only found out in round 3 or 4 because they were focusing too much on the road to commit a lot of their lives in.
Yeah, I'm glad they figured it out. Hey, let's stop just cramming our bodies up the road every single time, but it's a little bit too little too late. If you stick just your little toe into the pool to try to figure out if it's
by
or not.
round 4 and round 5, they actually went into the pub, but that was actually the round where Vengeance actually decided to turn it around, and let's just actually go all the way to the all the way into the pub. Seems like they're not really approaching too hard.
They really played each individual game very well. By the time that their road defense had worn off, they decided to rotate over to pub and completely stopped Plan B in their tracks once again. So
second half in the other side, Vengeance.
Yeah, Shale's getting an early kill, so that's a nice way to start off.
Let's see how Vengeance wants to make their own push. Slowly, still at the respawn, because it's going to that road early game will be just costing their lives, or at least a lot of damage coming in from the grenade.
The box is on fire. Let it burn. So following Trust up through, I guess that's the back alleyway towards pub, trying to break through. Can he do it? I want to see what the difference looks like between offense and defense now that we're swapping sides. What is Vengeance going to try? I'm guessing they are, A, not going to just cram their bodies up road over and over again, but B, the way that they crack through this plaza is going to be pretty interesting.
We'll take a look at the positioning of Plan B right now. No one at pub, one at the back alley. Maybe it's two at A and B. I think that's what they have. No one actually defending too well. Okay. The one in the B site is covering the B Plaza as well. So nice angle, but this is open right there. The B Plaza way is open, but oftentimes choosing to go directly into B. Let's get a good manage angle, but gets grenaded right off.
Okay, well, the grenade's kind of the theme of the day here. Really pushing aggressively. They get punished for its Vengeance. Bopped out of their first game on offense. Plan B, frag them to death. What a way to stop Vengeance in their tracks.
Because they also had one more, gets onto the other side of Plaza B, can actually hear the footsteps going up towards that small ramp, where you can see all the B site basically. And that's exactly when the grenade came. Their communication was on top, reflexes pretty nice. And Grenade is securing that kill along with that shot right after. In this case, let's see how far the blue wants to come out. They have one in place on the pub, I believe, downstairs. And also upstairs.
Double Chris there for Wiska as he looks to bop his way around the boxes. Of course, a much better start to this game for Vengeance. They are taking this very, very seriously as they look to push over Plaza towards that pub area, but this is just such a long, narrow bridge to get over.
They just spot the enemy, upstairs at least. And just one blue picking out A Plaza will get some damage out because he was trying to peek in, and they're going all the way in with the grenades, throwing after one another.
Really, really trying to get the kills, and they do take out China Asian.
The bottom place the pub and the upstairs. They actually get a good control nearby the A site now.
Yeah, they were trying to go both directions at the same time, top and bottom. They win both of them with nice frags, beautiful pushes. It's a 3-on-5.
So they were way too late. The reason why they couldn't really back up because they were really far away. They were getting taken out by the grenade. So Red got a lot more room to work on. No one, maybe one coming around with the road, and it is coming around. We'll actually find him right here.
Like a monster lands another beautiful shot, but is this really going to be enough? Trying to pop over the top there. Vasily knows he has a good angle, but how good is it? He's trying to find the damage, but he can't do it just yet. Vengeance. Oh my goodness.
With this round, and they will actually win because they secured 5-0 in the first half. But still goes on all the way till 10 games at least.
A lot of times on offense as the red team, you want to at least stack around to try to figure out what your opponent looks like, what's their defense going to be. And sure, maybe Vengeance took that in the first game, but now they are back with a vengeance, and they're already taking names. Their Shales taken out here. DeClint, he's trying to hang back as he took a little bit of early damage. Wants to use his teammates as a little bit of body armor, and I think it's going to work out probably pretty well. Making sure to stay back, throw grenades as he can. But what's the big change here for Vengeance as their offensive strategy?
Well, for now, they took the round that they needed, so I think they can just take time for now.
Okay.
And they have been focusing on to the ones that are coming out of from the A Plaza, even making the prediction shot, which has been landing somewhat. Got the first kill even. So in terms of this, they have the outnumber, and maybe just having a similar approach of how they did in the last round, I think will be a similar one.
I love that Vengeance are taking their time in Red Plaza before breaking off. They're going to push all the way through Road uncontested. Can they get into a good spot? It looks like this flank coming in here. Oscar's in such a good spot. He's totally behind the entire team of Plan B.
Goes around to the back alley. Gets 1-1 trade. And even one more. Blue down to 2. Well, actually coming out from...
Here we go.
Can get a good angle to see him spotted coming up in the angle. Solo, only 1 HP remaining. And what can he really do? What can he really accomplish with 1 HP only? And the enemy knows exactly where he is.
Doop, doop, doop. Nope, that's it. Nothing is the answer to your question there, G-Clef. He can accomplish nothing. Extreme gets extremely bopped out of that last game. Vengeance 2-1.
And that will be in continue. Of course. There are reasons why they're shooting at the wall. That's called wall shots.
Yep.
And even though it does less damage, it will get the headshots done.
Yeah, if you know where your opponent is on the other side of a wall, just shoot through it.
That's why they just sit down at the right angle, make sure you have a straight line, and then you shoot at the third line on that door, third or fourth line on the door. Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure exactly what happened to Clint, but he is no longer with us.
Oh, went to that road, the death road.
The death road. The road
alone.
Death.
And that's what you get from going to the road.
Yeah, don't travel alone. And so DeClint taken out. So it's already an early casualty for Vengeance. This reminds me of a lot of the first round that they lost, still trying to push up the bridge into pub, but more than enough there to stop them. Just 2 members from Plan B. Can Whizzing break through?
Look at that great management of angle, drawing out a multiple angle at the same time. And having the timing to come up from the stairs as well.
Trust trying to push through, and he fails as well. Can't make any progress. Trust taken out. That's going to be the final kill on the rush. Blue team wins, and it's nice to see some signs of life there, tying this up at 2-2.
Yeah, signs of life. Of course, round robin system. Every single round does matter. So even though they lost the match here, you need to take as much as possible. At the moment, Oscar's diving in deep, but gets taken out instantly. Does have a backup from teammate. Not really finding too many kills. Grenades come in. And good trace, 2v2.
Man, Oscar was really moving it up there.
He did have a nice respawn spot to actually go ahead.
Yeah, very important to play that to your advantages, but that was not the move to make. He gets taken out. That's a 2-3 now, with Plan B picking up another win.
We'll continue, of course. 2 more for Plan B. It's going to be game over.
Yeah, we'll see a couple more. I don't know exactly what Plan B want to change up or what Vengeance want to change up. Probably no more early rushes, especially with Rush himself taking a little bit low. It'll be a little bit more passive play style this time around.
Maybe we'll see some different changes in the play style of Vengeance, as they don't want to show themselves too much. And Road has been hurting both teams every single time in the red zone on the red side, because the Road blue team can actually come around so much quicker. Grenade, perfect time. Actually picks up a couple kills in the public room.
I love road battles, man. That car, very, very important to make sure that there's nobody on the other side. And Vengeance do it successfully. So they've been able to secure the car.
The reason why I'm saying this is really dangerous, because once you go past the truck, that's why he jumps in, because there are multiple angles from the left and the right together.
Right.
That's what makes it so hard to actually come all the way here. He managed to do so, even all the way into the pub upstairs and the downstairs, checking right now.
DeClint, he's trying to find this angle there on the Shales. I don't know if he can.
Let's get the headshot.
Oh, no. DeClint just gets completely annihilated there. Now, Monster's trying to come through. I don't know if he's
Breaks
really
through
got the angle.
B, but he's the only one, so he's not going to even think about planting that bomb. Just waiting for the moment and going away. It is still very possible. Monster very low in HP.
Yeah, Monsters versus Monster. Well, also
he's actually going all the way up to the alley.
Also, there's Shine Asian there. Yeah, wow, he is really making a big move here. Shine Asian trying to support this team member. Okay, bomb planted.
Okay, goes back to B and does plant the bomb now. As he does know, he does have the information that one of the members is very low.
Yeah, Monsters.
Oh,
he spotted right here. Oh, around the corner, and he loses the fight. But the bomb's still up. Not for long, though. This will be a defuse. Plan B. Take 4-2. Yes, it was. Thank you, Mysterious Voice Man.
Yes.
A failure for Vengeance, but, I mean, they already know that they've won the round at this point. They 5-0'd early, and when you have that dominant a performance, all you got to do is take one win. They took two, and so now it's not quite business as usual for them. It's not like they don't care right now because every win does matter, but whoa! Walking into big frags. The Death Road claims more lives here, G-Clef. You just can't bust through the car at the end of the road.
Yeah, I told you, early respawn. You just walk there and throw a grenade. Picks up your kills.
Easy.
Exactly what happened.
I'm going to try that out when I go home and play this. If I'm not...
Just bounce it off the top wall you see on the left.
Yep.
You see the gray one on top of the truck?
See, I always try
bounce
to throw
it off that
over the hood of the car, but it's a lot harder to do it that way.
Sometimes it lands on the truck and it
and it doesn't deal damage.
So make sure you bounce it off the top on the wall right there on top of the truck. And that's the best way.
All right, well, now I know. Learning so many things here for the Point Blank World Challenge from some of the best players in the world, and we're already starting to see that. Obviously, this is a difficult spot for Vengeance to be in. They might lose this game. Even if they do, they've taken the round, and that's what is most important here. So, very strong performance from Vengeance overall, but I want to see how they close this out. It's a 3-on-4, but with Shales at low HP.
Still 140. Lots of time to work around.
Plenty of time.
Having one to defend, plant right next to Plaza B.
Trying to break.
It gets one down, 3v3.
Yeah, 3v3.
Looking for the backup.
Trying to break into B side. If he can win that duel, then that's a free B to plan in, but it's not going to be that easy. And one casualty after another. Now a 3-on-1 from being on even. And this is just going to be very difficult for DeClint to break into. He's going to try to win the aim battles from low ground to high ground.
Time right now.
He's trying to hop up, and he gets taken out there. So even though the last game of that series goes to the CT Force, it is still a victory for Vengeance. They take a very strong first half and then pick up the necessary wins to close it out in the second half to claim their win over Plan B.
They did
Turkey.
get +2 on the red attack, so it will be 5-7. Plan B will be dropping this one. Last one they had a win, and so they still secured 3 points, and they're actually, what I know, where's Plan B in Group B. So it's actually they can actually make it alive from the group stages. Very likely if they can actually get any more, and because they won so many rounds, it helps them a lot with the tie situation also.
Now, that was a very strong performance from our Indonesian team. I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like when they face off against the Thai team Tokyo Striker. That won't happen for a while, but up next we do get a chance to watch Tokyo Striker from Thailand face off against 2Kill from Brazil.
Yes,
so
first place.
They were in first place from their regional qualifiers. They've looked very strong tonight. They did take somewhat of a surprising loss earlier on to Wolon, Pantawolon.
Yes, the Indonesian team?
Or the Latin American team.
Oh, yes, from Peru, yes.
Yes.
Getting things mixed up. Things happen.
Either way, 2Kill, a very strong team, and a very strong team in Tokyo Strikers from Thailand. So it should be a very cool matchup to watch. I would give Thailand maybe a slight edge just because they did look so dominant on Thunder Tubes. So I want to say that's my new name.
Thunder Tube.
What do you like it?
Lightning Tube.
Lightning Thunder.
Yep.
But you can't have one without the other, right, G-Clef?
That is certainly true, but we do have match 6 coming up very soon, and we'll take a short break. We'll be back. we're waiting for the moment.
Just waiting for our teams to get ready to go. Looks like everybody is ready, but we've got some questions asked from the referee saying, wait a second, I
Where's
can't
the
help
water?
you, man. Yeah.
I need some water bottles.
He's like, I'm not the referee. I can't help you out. I don't know. Vengeance look pretty rock solid. Still some discussion in the Juventus booth. And they do have to get something to work for them because it didn't look super great the first time around. We do have our last minute sips of water before we get into our Group B decider match.
See, I told you it was the water.
Good call, G-Clef.
Yes. H2O. That's
well
what
played.
we all need right now. Also.
Is it? Is it?
Well, water with a lot of sugar.
Well, I was going to think of like water with like tea in it, or like water with honey in it.
Yes.
That would
honey
be what I need. But
plus tea, plus ginseng,
ooh,
Arizona green tea.
Korean red ginseng?
Arizona green tea.
Okay.
Yes.
Good call.
Is the answer. 99 cents still.
Let's go ahead and get into it. This is our first game in our penultimate series of the day. Our second place Brazilian team, Juventus, facing off against Vengeance from Indonesia.
Ooh, just diving in, 3 men, going straight in, all the way into the crossway, all the way into the blue res. They're getting the members down, only 1 down. Doing their push all the way in. So getting very low grenades. We'll catch one of the lower ones.
How do they move that fast? Vengeance, their superpower is super speed. The Flash.
They want to speed run this game right now.
But that was like a 40-second victory for them? Oh my goodness. Running all the way in. How do they do that? And we might just see another steamroll here, G-Clef.
Red room. Not this time. They are slowly approaching the main hallway.
A little bit of a respawn that time, so they can't quite just run straight in. But oh my god,
that's what you do sometimes. So the very first game in the clan war, you just get ready, and then as soon as you get it, you just rush in, and the opponent sometimes gets super surprised.
Yeah, you really can't expect that to happen every time.
That's exactly why, especially for the very first round. You do end up throwing the grenade all the way into the hallway.
You have to stop things like that.
I know, just in case there's a fastest rush, which is always possible. At least damaging or at least slowing the push down a little bit. That has been the attack. And this time will be the main hallway. Going straight in, all the way to the stairs.
Yeah, right up there. Oscar's actually doing a lot of damage there, but a nade forward there is going to stop that in its tracks. 2 casualties early, and this is really the correct reaction from Juventus to try to stop Vengeance from just running straight into them.
Let's end up with the 3 kills.
Oh,
coming all the way to the
around the
side,
corner. They do it again. Vengeance. They're slaying. 2-0 in a row, and it's looking good for our Indonesian representatives.
How many rounds does Juventus need? 8, right?
So they are running out of room.
They are running out of room. They need 3 at least before they lose in the first half.
Yeah.
And if they cannot get 3 in the first half, they are actually knocked out.
They are out of there. Yeah, it would be a win for
even without
Vengeance.
the second half.
And maybe that's why Vengeance are playing so hot and heavy right now, because they know that if they can throw Juventus off of their comfort zone, even if they throw away a couple of rounds, it's the pressure that is ultimately going to force them to give in. So
I know Vengeance, they are basically guaranteed. So close to it, as long as they secure a few rounds.
Plan B right now. They got their fingers crossed. No 8 rounds. That's what they're praying for. But Monstez, I got to say, this guy has really been impressing me. He is the highest fragger on the team right now. It doesn't look like that's slowing down, but the game itself has slowed down a little bit. It's the most time we've had without shots being fired for a long time.
So it's a great grenade.
Yep. Throwing grenades up there onto the balcony. Got to clear it off there. No nade kills. Just a little bit of damage traded right back and forth. Right as I say that, the Caster Currency kicks in, and it's 2 kills immediately there for Vengeance. And now they're going to look to push the advantage. 3 on the stairs.
Yeah, 3 on the stairs, which means they are stuck right in there. 1 on top, 1 right next to the bottom from the hallway, 1 from the B ramp at the same time. So they're kind of stuck in that B zone.
Yeah, they're like shooting fish in a barrel here.
Oh, the last one down, 5 HP. Goes down.
Yep.
It goes to sideway from the crossway.
Shooting fish in a...
Slowly coming in, but the point is that not at the A side, it is actually B side this time.
You are correct. Yeah, it's all about that B bomb site, but now actually moving back around, heading right up the middle of the B ramp. But that's...
Any damage will just take him out. That's 3 already, going to Vengeance.
What? Are we just going to end the game right now? Wow, this is really, really impressive from Vengeance. They know exactly when to when to hold them and when to fold them, when to go aggressive and when to walk away and when to run, as it were.
Oh, bait. You do see the bait from Juventus this time.
Are they going to go for it, though?
The hallway.
Are they going to fall for it? As soon as we see things resume, that is going to be what decides it. And it's already an early loss here. Juventus losing one. Can they make up the difference?
They do smell the bait as they go all the way
through all that smoke. I doubt it. But Nade's coming out there trying to just make a little bit of space for themselves. Wiz actually getting knocked a little bit there by that frag, and it's going to be his untimely demise there. DeClint just taking a lot of damage, losing the one-on-one.
Losing the one-on-one, but down to 2v2 members. Actually, the bait did not work as they intended. Down to one member. Finally, Juventus will take a round off of Vengeance.
Pistol kill there for the icing on top. I love it. That's one way to get momentum back in your favor.
And then it has started for Juventus. And maybe if Vengeance will try something else in this case, as they are slowing down their attack just a little bit compared to the previous 3 rounds.
First, we have to fire in some holes, G-Clef. Trust running forward along with the rest of his team. They are going to be pushing up the main hallway, trying to get a little bit of a better angle on the bomb site.
Slowly, though.
Yeah.
There are at least 2 or 3 in the railing.
That's very impressive to see from Vengeance, that they can play both of the paces, both of the styles of this game. Coming around the corner, lots of nades left to be thrown out.
A lot of damage from the nade. That's
wow,
why a
Vengeance
lot of the members were taken out.
Okay, Trust, you had a lot on your shoulders there, buddy. Got crushed in the end. A second win for Juventus. They have to pick up, keep in mind, guys, they have to pick up at least 3 wins here before they lose in order to stay in the running.
At least we're only talking about the first half, because even if they get only 3, they have to get all 5 in the second half.
Right. So, yeah, first half, at least 3 wins. That's what we need. To see them keep their hopes alive. If they can't, well, then they will unfortunately be out of here. And Vengeance will advance in first place with Plan B from Turkey in second.
Ooh, that was dangerous. Almost stepped out and got caught. Only got a little bit of damage, but that could have been super dangerous coming in because he did not have the fastest respawn either.
Yeah, coming up to the A hall, and of course the narrow hallway, both or a lot of Vengeance clustered around that area, trying to look through. Of course, action around the main hallway as well, and B, I think I saw at least one member over there.
Trying to have a smoke as soon as it's gone. Make sure no one's baiting.
Yeah, no baits allowed right now. Where are we focusing on right here? There's a little bit of action going on a little bit everywhere on the map, so it's hard to keep track of absolutely everything. Over by narrow hallway, but still looking to find where you need to throw your long-range nades to start off this next phase.
Keeping still. For now, there are lots of grenades dropping down right now. As the one comes, it will actually dodge it. Nicely done. Second one does catch the kill, but in a trade.
Yeah, beautiful play. It's take out a 1-for-1, and that's really going to signal the next phase of the game. We only have a minute and a half left, so it's 50 seconds left to plant the bomb. A lot of pressure here on the Vengeance. But if anyone knows how to handle it, it would be them. They're going to start to push down up through the very middle, up through B ramp. Or is that A hall? I can't keep track as things are spinning around a little bit.
So they're going towards the A hall?
Yep.
Because the B ramp, it seems like it's closed. There's a smoke already dropping down from blue, but if they go on front, there's the left side and the right side together, so they actually have to go all the way around to the crossway. They're making it to B. Shots all over!
Oh my god, just really getting a full spread up there. Nowhere to run or hide. Vengeance. At risk of it getting taken out here, this would give Juventus the kills that they need. The win that they need in order to keep their hopes alive. But, oh man, blue team winning here. Juventus get their 3 wins.
At least 3. They had to have these 3 to at least tie up. And looking into the second half, they are actually bringing their swing here after dropping the initial first 3, taking the later 3 for themselves.
Don't call it a comeback. Juventus might have peaked a little bit later, but looks like they have a lot of potential here. I want to see Vengeance go back to their aggressive strat. It seemed like that was working out for them, but it looks like their playstyle has changed just a little bit.
Yes, Juventus actually pulled everything back so far. Right next to the stairs, they are actually having all the 5 men. They are actually willing to go, let the B side go for a little bit, and make sure they actually come down all the way down. Look at that. Going all the way, we're not really getting the action. Actually gets us multi-kills.
Wow, yeah. Mon says this guy's been a monster, by far the highest fragger on his team, really killing it this round, and he stays alive there. It's a 2-on-2. If you had to pick 2 to keep alive there for Vengeance, you have the 2 that you want.
Only down to 2v2. As they want the C4 to be placed into the A site.
Yeah, here
Ooh,
we go.
I think he did spot him.
Flo
Yes, he
coming
did.
around. Yeah, wow, beautiful headshot there. And it's going to take out Monses. That leaves only Oscar left alive here for Vengeance. He is in that bomb site, but can he get the plant down?
Yeah, he does have more than enough time to get that plant down, and he will be right next to it unless he actually is confident enough to go around. And they do hear him climbing up a little bit.
Okay, so they'll know where he is. Nade out just to limit his options. Coming around the corner. Is the damage there? Damage done. The kill is down, and that's going to be the defuse as well. Beautiful play here by Juventus. They looked a little bit shaky, getting rushed down early on, but blue team does win. They'll take their 4th win of the round. That means next round, all they need are 4 wins as well.
They pulled back so much in a way, so they could actually have so much cover from their teammates all together. 2 to 3 on the railings, and right next to him a stair, and then one behind in the next to the blue respawn towards the A zone.
Well, now we might just see a return to that aggression. Vengeance get punished for it, though. 2 dead immediately.
Oh, to that from the grenade!
Look at that landing. Only 1 left alive. An insta-wipe for Juventus, taking round number 1.
What just happened? As one single switch onto the positioning, pulling everything into the blue respawn, and just keeping the ramp together, the stair to be towards the B and between A and B, has been the answer against the super aggressive push coming from Vengeance.
What's really cool to for me to think about is not only like we can watch and see these players and the teams play different strategies, but I mean these are human lives. These are 5 people on each team from totally different regions of the world. They get different lives, they get different hopes, dreams, all this stuff. And they've come together to play point blank. And they've made it in this game that is so popular in their individual countries to this spot. And so all of that fuels like their play styles, their individual abilities. There's a lot behind this. So we can say their gamer tag, right? What does that really represent? Well, there's a lot behind this. And really, honestly, for Juventus, they got to channel all of this power because they have their home crowd that they're rooting for them. They've got that pressure of being on stage in the biggest event for point blank in the world. That's a lot of pressure, and they're really performing. They came in as maybe a slight underdogs against a very strong region like Indonesia, and they're on the verge of not necessarily knocking them out, but of taking a win off a team that could be one of the strongest in this entire tournament.
All they need is 4 more rounds, and they are going to be attacking this time, switching side. Juventus on to the red side, and Vengeance will be going to that blue side. Here we go. We are ready to jump into the second half of this match.
Second half swapping sides. Vengeance, what's the split going to be like? 3 hanging back, 1 advanced guard. Can't quite exactly see who it is, but for Juventus, this is their opportunity. How do they want to play this aggressive style? It doesn't look like they're going to go quite as hot and heavy as Vengeance did round 1.
Let's look. No one near the railing. Difference. 2 in the railing, one coming from the B to cover. There's a grenade kill.
Wow.
Secured. You had no place to run with multiple grenades coming out.
Yeah, really kind of between a rock and a hard place. One of those was a grenade. So it blew him up, as grenades are wont to do, and that's going to be an early casualty, but still trying to make this pressure happen, coming through main hallway, trying to push towards the railing and the ramp second.
From the main hallway, still having some fights here. There's only 1 loss from the grenade, and that was basically it. Not too much damage done by the guns. As she gets another kill.
A little bit of a lull in the action, just waiting for grenades, but waiting does not seem to be working out for Juventus. They do come back around, looking for now a push into A, but I don't know if switching horses midstream is necessarily a good strategy for them to have. Pushing through smoke now.
This
is getting a little bit
because they have gathered everyone here now. One came from the side all the way around. Maybe they can just drop down and then push all the way into the A site. Oh, gets 2.
No. The answer is no to that question. they just get completely dominated. And now it's going to be one final desperate hope there. Nope. Juventus will lose, I think, LZN there at the end. So that's going to do it for them. An early win. Keep in mind, they do still need 4 wins on the board to keep their hopes alive. They cannot afford to be giving away losses that put Vengeance closer and closer to ending the series before they can pick up those crucial 4 wins.
Vengeance need all the 5 to actually pick it up here. Before Juventus hits that round number 4 for themselves.
Running through the red room here is Light, and he's been a good member for the team, but not their strongest. Maybe needing to step it up a little bit right now. Heading now towards A.
Let's go a little bit more as Vengeance also positioning themselves really on the backside, having multiple angles in the B site as well. Actually, one comes from behind.
What? How did he even get there? I was not...
Because this Flo was actually in the red room and he actually missed. And he will actually safely retreat back.
I can't believe he missed that. No, great shots to end. I think it was DeClint. Yeah, to take out DeClint, but that's all she wrote. Vengeance takes an easy second round.
Actually missed the rotation from blue side coming all the way.
It's rare that you don't see it, but also you didn't even hear it either.
I know, if you only focus on the room, if you're in the red room number 2, you're actually quite away from the room number 1. You can hear it, but when you're firing all those shots and there are lots of bombs just going off, grenades, then you may actually miss those footsteps.
We got to keep an eye on Bezin as he was taking a little bit of heat there for a second. Doesn't go down or anything. Trust those the low health member, and he can't afford to peek anymore. So a little bit of a stalemate there along. I think that was A-Hall. So not going to be able to push quite through that as easily as they would have liked. Up around the narrow hallway towards the west side of the map. Although if it spins around, is it really still the west? I don't know how we decide that, but yeah, it's a very, very dangerous hallway to walk through. So nobody able to make a whole lot of progress right there.
Drawing off few of the bombs.
Aim battle lost there. Juventus lose Light. 4 on 4 for now. This is actually really tense. Vengeance are on a little bit of a roll, so they do need to keep their momentum going. See if they can. Bezin peeking. I think he has got a good angle there, but he can't afford to be too vulnerable without the rest of his team. Coming around the corner there, looking for the aim duel. Can LZN get it? No, he goes down there. This is disaster. Juventus just losing 1, 2 in a row. And now, Flo, no, goes down. He is taken out, and Juventus dropped their 3rd round in a row.
You just need 2 more to close out the match before Juventus takes any more rounds into the second half. As their pushes has been super slow compared to how Vengeance was actually pushing it in the first 3 rounds of this game.
Pistols, maybe that's the way back into it. I don't think so. Juventus, this is a very uncharacteristic round for them. Can they pull things back here? I don't want to say it's in Flo's hands, but it's like you said earlier, G-Clef, just everybody needs to get a kill. Currently, we've got a couple of people on Juventus who still have yet to really cash in on that, whereas Vengeance, they have really, really been literally killing it so far. This is kind of a little bit of a lull in the action. See this pretty characteristically, but I don't know if he's aware that there's somebody behind the podium. I think he has to know that it's a possibility, but no,
they don't.
They will
ignore it.
Mowed down instantly. A terrible oversight. The bait works out, and Vengeance just slaughter their way to an early 2-on-3.
Actually gets the biggest comeback here. Only 1 left now.
Flo, he picked the time to turn on the juice. This guy is killing it, and now it's actually a 2-on-1. It's up to DeClint. No, it's a nice comeback there. Juventus put themselves on the board in the second half.
Even with that big bait, only catching 2. Of course, the third one that was coming up did hear the shot and pointed the shots right at them, but not in time to get a better trade. But still, look at that. Big comeback can always happen.
Power double Chris, man. Really able to put out insane damage so fast. So a nice way to pick up a couple of early kills. Snowballs giving Vengeance that lead. But keep in mind, there's still only 2 wins away from closing the series out and sending Juventus home in last place, Group B.
So being super slow. No real push is going to be coming in from B side. More of a backup plan.
Yeah, just kind of playing around that A-hall narrow hallway area. Light, kind of the backup guard for for Juventus, but already an early casualty. 4-on-4 for now. I thought they were going to go for a bomb plant there. I'm like, yeah, you can't plant there. No. So a little bit of a lonely action as well. It happens around this 2-minute mark as both teams are waiting for their grenades, just keeping an eye on where the other team's rotations are going. Check out Light. He is near the blue side.
It actually opens up all the way into blue side. They want them to come in so they can create better angles. They have a trap right in there with, I believe, 2 or 3 even in the B side. So they're just smelling that. I think they're trying to go around.
Trying to get the literal drop on the blue team, and they will there. An instant kill there on to Vengeance. They're going to lose 1, 2. A beautiful rotation. Juventus pull the trigger and come out with a big lead there, but can they keep it going? It's a 1v1. The aim duel. This is the pinnacle of what Point Blank is. Point Blank, the distance between these two players, and in the end, it's Vengeance that come out with a 4th kill.
And they only need 1 more round, and throwing the grenade at that critical timing. Sometimes you think you can actually land, but in the 1v1, you need to make sure you have enough time. And when you're so low, when you try to throw in the grenade, you may actually die from the damage.
Yeah, it's a big decision to make, right? And he went for it. I think you really do have to in those situations, but either way, let's talk about how clutch this is. 1 game away from Vengeance securing themselves first place in their group and a trip to the semifinals tomorrow. Can they close it out? Can they send Juventus home? I mean, I guess they're already home, but home even further. Vengeance have looked very, very strong from a strong region. We'll see if they can hammer that home. So what's their strategy looking like for potentially the final game of the second half?
Well, really falling behind. Placing 1 and 2 in the crossway right next to towards the B hall.
Yeah, in that narrow hallway, we'll see if they can maybe make it out of there towards that A site. It's very difficult. Oh, frag's thrown out there. I guess that was actually a smoke there in the hallway, dropping down, but right into the face of another. Oh, thank God that was a smoke. I thought it was a frag. So no casualties yet for Juventus. They stay strong at 5 alive, but taking down Vengeance, an early casualty. Bezin dropping down around, trying to go through. I think that was the stairs underneath the blue respawn.
Did he success?
Yep. Okay, LZN coming around the corner. Can he find the shots? No, that's a wall. Also, nobody hiding behind the podium at the top of the stairs, so he'll be pretty happy about that.
Just making sure. They were baited last time.
Okay, he was waiting for the nade. Nope, nobody behind there. It's a great vantage point for him to push forward and take control of, but a lot of action happening here. Oh my God, the shots are so good. Juventus really kicking it in the clutch. A 2-on-4. How good can the last surviving member of Vengeance be? A 1-on-3. And Declan, I don't know if this is your game, man.
And that is not going to be the case. And Juventus will bounce back once again, bringing it to 2-4. Still
2 more wins, G-Clef.
Yeah, still Vengeance on a match point, though.
Indeed it is. And just maybe mere seconds away from ending Juventus' life here at the Point Blank World Challenge. Oh, my God. This doesn't get much tenserer than this.
Trying to poke in a little bit and then falling behind in the May Hall.
Yeah, just pulling back to red respawn, and I think that makes a lot of sense.
Oftentimes, even as a sniper, not just as a sniper rifles, you do want to wait in the room because as long as you just have 1 watching the back, just in case there's a blue person coming around from the main hallway, just make sure you have 1 from the respawn and then have the rest of the 4 going all the way to the red room. You want to have that angle as you basically control this long path all the way in.
Yeah, controlling narrow hallway and then A hall as well. Just moving back and forth, trying to keep an eye on everything on the left-hand side of the map. That's the goal here.
see as overnades come in. Red side to trying to make some attacks complete. They will actually use the door and maybe go into the A side. That can actually be a help.
This is a big move. The entry frag there comes through, and Juventus take an early casualty. Still a 4-on-4, but very, very low health there on Light. He is going to have to play back and use the rest of his team's body shields. Looking for the aim duels, but it's not coming their way. Vengeance take a big kill, and now it's a 4-on-1.
Only one kill.
Huge frag there. This could do it right now. Juventus need 2 wins, and they might just not get the chance here. Flo, the last surviving member, trying to keep his team's hopes alive, but he's revealed himself walking down the stairs there and can't find the shots on to Vengeance.
Just buying time, just making sure you have the backup from all of your teammates. And actually find the kill here.
Wow.
That one, man. More.
Okay, at this point, I think Vengeance
this is
just
super hard. Even in the point, out of the point, and then all the way to the far end. That's going to be the one ending, and Vengeance will secure themselves and move on to day number 2.
In first place.
Results. Yes. And Juventus, they're really close. Only one game off of possibly tying. And 2 games off of actually advancing into day number 2.
Well, congratulations. I think very well-deserved to Vengeance. A very strong team from a very strong region historically. And they will advance on to the semifinals. In first place from Group B. So nice to see some good sportsmanship. The handshakes coming through there. But it's going to hurt there for Juventus. Just a couple of games away from making it to day 2 as well.
It was close because Group B only has 3 teams in it. Only Juventus will be the one knocked out from that group stage. We'll have, of course, after all the games, I believe we're going to have the results screen and all the stuff that is going to continue tomorrow as well. But of course, first place of Group A will be going against the second place of Group B, and the vice versa. Group B first place, second place Group A. Yes.
Right. First and seconds play each other from both groups.
Yeah, that'll be the semifinals best of 3 starting tomorrow, of course.
So we already know 2 of our teams that have advanced. It's going to be Vengeance in first place from Group B, and then Plan B advancing in second place from Turkey. So they will both advance on to the semifinals, and now we have to take a brief break before we come back with our final game of the night. We made it, G-Clef, all the way.
I know.
All the way. No tiebreakers to come. It's okay. Still a potential for a tiebreaker. Maybe. These are the stars would have to magically align. But you're right.
But that's how Earth formed. You know,
the stars aligning.
The Big Bang.
That's not stars aligning, though. There were no stars at that point.
But that's how everything was made.
Whatever you believe, G-Clef, I respect your opinion.
Yes.
Either way, it's most likely going to be a very close game. I can't wait to watch it. Always a pleasure to watch a strong team like Tokyo
Striker.
Okay, I'm glad you finished that for me. Tokyo Strikers. You got my back, G-Clef. Like Tokyo Strikers come out. We'll watch them play against a very strong Latin American team when we come back with our final match of the day. Don't go anywhere. Fix that.
Oh, we do have the maps and the ban. And as you said, game 1, Sandstorm. Game 2, Downtown. And 3 will be Safe House. They have the bans for Stormtube and Luxville, actually.
I'm glad to see Stormtube consistently banned. There are actually 6 maps, so it looks like there are both a ban and a pick phase, so teams kind of alternate between that. I'm not sure exactly how that works out, but
of course,
one map is not chosen.
Coin toss. Woo. And then map ban. Choose.
Okay.
Along with the side also. Which side you get to you choose the map and the side you want to play.
What if we have
together?
What if the coin lands on the side, G-Clef?
Then toss it again.
Okay. I was trying to make it more difficult than it actually was. So we know our bans, we know our maps, we know our teams, and now we are going to get into our first game so that we can finally know who will be the second team to advance on to the grand final. We finished our last best of 3 on a sandstorm, so we'll be starting our next best of 3 here as well. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Your team in the red on offense will be 2K, or 2Kill from Brazil. They will be taking on Vengeance from Indonesia. So let's go ahead and get game number 1 of our best of 3 second semifinal going.
We have everything ready. Let's go dive in. They're pressuring into B a little bit here.
I thought RHC was actually going to back up into that frag, but he doesn't actually take damage from it. Or he took a little bit. He was actually going very, very aggressive, rushing up all the way through road, over the truck, in there to try to find an extra kill there onto Trust, but wasn't able to take him out in the end.
They already have all the cover, control over the road. So they can actually keep the pressure at the same side. No one at pub, but not really contesting it, just getting a feel for the first game. Slowly rotating in. Not even throwing a few grenades in here. Looking for possible bait. There are none. They find none and then Insta says that there's nothing here. Let's maybe try to go rotate here.
I like that RHC has maintained his position in road. He's not necessarily trying to push in aggressively. He's just getting information, feeding that back to the rest of 2K and saying, okay, well, nobody's coming up through road. There's not really an opportunity for us to go here. I'm just keeping that pressure off onto the left side of the map.
Look at Vengeance. They actually have 3 members. 2 members at B and 1 looking through the plaza towards the alley side. They actually change it, and then that is the timing. 2K will sneakily come into the B side. Ready for the grenade.
Yeah,
gets the angle done.
Down, flips up, gets the angle, toss it in, and here comes the breach. So he's going to try to use that SC2010 to get the very accurate shots over the wall and flush anybody out there. Coming around the corner, and that's actually a big win for Vengeance. They win the 1v1 and defend the breach. Vengeance take the first win, draw first blood in this semifinal.
Yeah,
best
first
of
of a great dodge from all the grenades. He dodged 3 at the same time. He knew the first one was going to explode near the entrance and the exact point, and then he actually dodged all of the damage.
ML God ran forward and drew a bunch of fire, but he stayed safe and didn't actually take any damage here as we get into our second game. Trying to walk across bridge towards pub, but can't really make the difference the distance by himself. Rest of his team just waiting back in spawn, not really deciding which direction to go.
So far, not even contesting to the road, and they are actually baiting. Both of them came all the way outside of the road. They are going to listen and wait for the movement.
Oh no, this is going to be bad. They don't know they're there at all. As they walk out, here we go. This is where Vengeance are going to wrap around the backside and try to get a couple of clutch kills. Here they go, coming around the corner. We're going to see the trap is sprung, and instantly 2K get murdered. Beautiful flank there, an incredibly sneaky play out of Vengeance to come all the way up road instantly.
Yeah, Vengeance was waiting for that moment, and as 2K basically made no sound after a few pre-fires and grenades. They were staying together and saying, we're not making any sound, and sneakily just crouching and coming slowly all the way out to the road. And that's how Vengeance just got the kill from the side at the same time. They pushed out to the pub at the same time.
Wow, really well played. A beautiful strategy and execution there by Vengeance. And you can really see that they are a little bit of a step ahead of 2K right now. Now we've seen a lot of teams, even the team in the grand finals right now, Tokyo Strikers, kind of fall prey to some pushes like that. So it's not over by any means. We're going to see which direction these teams decide to push. It looks like, once again, this time it's Doodles pushing it all the way up road, trying to defend a truck. He'll probably have to back off from some nades, but should be okay.
Now does have to back up from A side, has 2 in B and covering the plaza and the back alley together.
Yeah, gonna wrap up through the red plaza, or just at least gonna try to head north through that area. So the rest of his team piles in through the road.
It slowly still has cover, but does have the angle from back alley. Watching the B plaza right now.
I love RHC. It's just like his scope pointed at the soonest place that he'll see any enemies walking around the corner. Fires in the hole there, actually taking a little bit of maybe not friendly fire, but a little bit of nade damage there as he walks forward. But 400 kilograms, the first one to fall. RHC running forward. Actually, Oscar now around the corner gets one headshot, might find a second one, still spraying, but in the end, it's 2K that find themselves their first win over Vengeance, putting themselves on the board.
Great push in. They broke straight through with 2 kills, going into the B site, and no one coming down from A, and they were kind of far away with the backup. So not really the worst backup, but still they lost all the member. Really hard to break into B once again.
Yeah, nade out onto the bridge and just trying to push guys like ML God back. Doesn't work. Still guarding that entryway into pub. No team really making any committal. In fact, half of 2K are actually still in their spawn. Haven't left just yet, but they do need to make sure that it is safe for them to. Looks like it is. But either the communication not there yet, maybe they don't have enough information to decide where or when they want to go. I would imagine they would strafe off towards B, trying to head up the road or at least get that information there. But I think they're really wary. They don't want to get caught off guard by any crazy strats like that surprise road push that Vengeance pulled off.
They're the one
game.
that actually wants to catch them off guard, let them come all the way out to the route, and then get the grenade kill, and then push all the way to the A side. I think that's what, never mind, the B side, excuse me. That's what they were looking for. That's why they were waiting, and throwing that over nade to the roadside. But, of course, falling all the way behind, to spot him.
Oh, man, actually a great escape there by DeClint. He barely was able to get out of his position before he got naded out of it, ducked and covered, and made it out alive. So takes a little bit of damage, but he's happy to be alive. And now finally we do see the members of 2K that were back in spawn rotating around through road.
They got all the control over the road, but 2 already waiting right next to the B site. Throws in grenade, but not really going to do some damage.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Grenade comes out, and that's going to force Doodles to actually push forward. He does so, and he does get a kill there, taking out Moncez. That's a big victory, a big win, a push into the site now. And finally, 2K have control of B. Or are almost pushing into A. Wow, I totally misread that.
Still have a member coming from the other B site, so it's not totally wrong, but here Vengeance making a big rotation as they're using the time to go all the way around the pub to upstairs and then using the back alley pub. At the same time, will be about the timing actually gets a kill. Down to 3-2 now.
Yeah, maybe even less. Yeah, 2 on 2.
Only 11 seconds though.
2 on 1.
Wait at least a kill. Here, have one waiting. There's no way of defending this one as the explosion will happen, and you need that time to actually defuse. So 400 kilogram will actually wait until the end and catch the last defending moment.
Brazil back on the board, evening it up at 2-2, and now we have to wait and see if they can keep their momentum going. Vengeance are possibly the strongest team after Tokyo Strikers that they could have as their opponent, and they're holding themselves up toe-to-toe. Here we go back with Nyang. Once again, 2K hesitant to leave their spawn, going to wait there and see if Vengeance are going to come on by with a quick rush down road and maybe catch them off guard.
Vengeance got the initial first 2 rounds, and because they pushed all the way in, and 2K, they took it slow enough where they can actually defend, and slower in a way because they were pushed in for the first round. Slowly taking in and approaching angle by angle. Really cautious at the moment. Looking for possible baits from anywhere.
Yeah, now trying to push through Plaza. They're not looking towards Pub, actually. Okay, well, now they are, but I think they might actually try to go around the left-hand side instead of trying to push up through Bridge. But it does look like, yeah, now they are returning towards that bridge and pushing both north or high and low over into Pub. There's the nades, trying to soften things up before they get in there. Fire from on high, gets the long-range shots there, taking out RHC, and it looks like this is going to be a massacre as Vengeance finally able to catch 2K pushing in.
And not really too many fire shots coming out from Vengeance, but Grenade actually picked off 2 kills when they were coming in. So that was the biggest one. The reason why you try to get the Pub, not only you control the A Plaza area from the window out the pub, and you can actually you will actually get sandwiched if you go straight into A site. So you do want to clear that pub out right before. And A site, when you're sandwiched, there is basically no way of defending.
You got nowhere to go at that point. You just get mowed down. You saw that pretty much a picture-perfect defense there for Vengeance. They only have to close things out. It is still a 2-on-2, so we've been talking about how easy that was to defend, but in the end, we still have Wiz and Trust there. And now it's just Trust. He does have a one-on-one there against Nyang. So Trust versus Nyang for the win. The bomb is down. 40 seconds left. Who's going to win the one-on-one? Oh, Nyang takes a couple of shots and has to back off.
Oh, does not
Wait, what? No,
through
the
the smoke. It gets baited.
Nyang,
totally
how did he
baited.
do it?
Should have actually heard that sound, though.
What a god. Yeah, you can hear through smoke. You just can't see through it. Nyang heard exactly what he needed to. And that's incredible.
Not being too cautious at the final moment, maybe getting a little distracted. Seems like possibly some technical issue, or maybe even a timeout right in between.
Did timeouts exist? I don't know. I haven't seen one certainly up until now, but it does look like there's a little bit of a lull in the action here. They're showing some of our players on the screen. Let's see if they can communicate what the issue is and get that taken care of so we can get back into the game.
Just with one more round, Tokyo Gaming seems like their atmosphere is so good. Look at that. Keep calm and go, go, go. That may actually be that may actually be the referee. Never mind.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I think you're right there. I think that was the referee. So it looks like whatever issue there is should be rectified here pretty soon. I hope.
I hope so too. And seems like it's just a restroom break from the players. They have left the seats and they're moving out of the gaming booth for some time.
Yep, but great communication. You can see on your right from Indonesia. It looks like they're discussing exactly what went wrong. One thing to notice as a viewer of this, whatever team-based game you play, these are professional players, some of the best players in the world. Every one of these guys would beat you 100% of the time, well, almost 100% of the time if you were to play against them. And you look at the way that they play. How many people do you see on the screen raging at each other in all chat? I don't see anybody there being toxic. Nobody's threatening to go AFK. Nobody's just feeding. This is how pro players do it. So if you guys want to take a note and maybe not be totally bad at the game, you can take some notes and learn from these pro players. It'd be a fine, upstanding team game individual.
Look at that. The huge crowd tonight as day number 2 semifinals. And they do have the home team still, 2K, leading by a single round. Only into our first game, though.
I mean, they could be leading by, a 2-second advantage or something. And the crowd would still be going wild. It's really cool to see so many passionate Brazilian fans cheering on their home team,
and also to get those great headsets and
that's right.
keyboards.
Yeah, they are there for the giveaways as well as supporting their home team, but I'm sure that their home team does need their support. Vengeance, of course, are very strong. I think 2K are absolutely capable of beating them, especially with the support of their home crowd, but it's really going to be pretty close. I mean, they're only up 1 game right now, so anything could happen. I'm really excited that this is a best of 3 as well, so even if they do win, there's still that chance that they could give up the next 2 maps, exactly like we saw in our first semifinal series. Tokyo Strikers going down early and then able to bring it back. So even if tragedy does strike initially, we can still have 2K advancing through games 2 and 3 if they are able.
That is certainly true.
Did have a small keyboard issue.
So we're having that replaced with a new one. So it's going to take some time, not too long though. Only has to just bring in a USB. Maybe an old one. Remember the old one with the mint green and the purple one that goes straight to the main board?
Oh, the plugs.
The keyboard and the mouse.
So it's
plugs.
Not a USB plug. It's like one of those round circular ones with the pins inside.
Even the motherboards that come out now actually
they still have those ports.
They still have it. Yeah, called like PS2 or something.
Yeah, it's actually called the PS2 port. It's not actually for PS2 controllers. You can try to fit those into it. It won't work. Don't trust me. I've tried. So it's a much older version. And this is primarily because a lot of offices out there just buy a bunch of random keyboards. They're all super old.
Yeah, the default ones,
Yeah.
like from Dell and all that.
Oh boy, yeah. My first keyboard was actually a Dell keyboard. I thought it was space age technology, man, because I'd only ever used like bad HP laptop keyboards up until then. This is like 15 years ago, and I'm like, oh my goodness, a Dell keyboard. This is like amazing. And then I upgraded to a DT35, which is, of course, a luxury keyboard outside of Korea, but basically the cheapest, most common keyboard you can get here if you're looking for like a membrane keyboard. I thought that was pretty sick too.
Yeah, membrane is the one before, right below the actual. It is still a mechanical keyboard, but still.
Technically, but it's about the way that you interface.
Yes, it is
with
not
the
same
mechanics.
switch.
Yeah.
Switch mechanics, how it works. It's similar, but the sound is actually different too. If you actually listen to them, not a bad one if you want to go for it. But of course, I think Cherry is the way.
Yeah, Cherry and mechanical keyboards. There's a spectrum, right? So if you're going to just be typing Word documents, you probably don't care about the press rate of the keys. Membrane keyboards are totally fine. But the problem with membranes is that when you press them, they don't always press the same distance because the way the membrane works, it bends different ways, different times. So if you're going for reliability, like pro gaming, and you want to really be precise, then you do need mechanical keyboards. And then right in the middle, there's electrocapacitive, which have both a mechanical and a dome component to the switch, which is right in the middle if you don't want to totally commit. Either way, we can talk about keyboards for a long time. It's really cool to see the keyboards that the pros use. I know a lot of times they'll either have like RGB or maybe some special keycaps, just because they are super pro and probably use their keyboards quite a bit.
Yeah, we see a lot of the color ones, lots of green. Blue and red, and it seems like we are back in game. We just have to remake, but still, the score is already up there. Still, 3 points, 3 rounds went to 2K, and then 2 for Vengeance.
Yeah, we are still playing first to 6, so don't think that we've changed anything. The semifinal, same as the other one. And oh, actually, wow, Doodle's getting taken out as an early casualty. He and Trust trade, and that's going to be an early 4-on-4 here, less than 20 seconds in.
They try to push in a little bit towards the pub side and will get killed.
Yep, so not the breach that they were looking for. And now actually 2K rotate all the way over to Road and are going to push all the way through. All 4 members here just trying to make a big push into B. There's actually only one person there to defend.
Yeah, no one actually in the bump site. Only one in the back alley and then the B plaza for the backup. And 2K is good to go. Just being cautious and looking at all the sites, throwing the grenades.
Yeah, we'll see if
Wiz
Wiz
safely
can
make it.
And no, beautiful. He climbs up on the box, and ML God gets the first kill on the breach into B.
Ooh, they got all this control. Every single angle towards the B site is already being controlled by 2K. The main entrance, the stairs, and the plaza and the back alley together.
Yep, everything under their control. This is just a great position to be in. I think 2K, honestly, at this point, I'm kind of looking for the plant. We aren't going to see them throw it down just yet. They do want to make sure that they have everything protected. Finally, it looks like, yeah, we are going to plant the bomb, and that's going to give 40 seconds to Vengeance to try to push in and even up the score at 3-3. Explosives deployed. 40 seconds left for Vengeance to push in.
Arichi actually securing the angle.
Oh, but he goes down!
Get the headshot.
Yep.
Misses the first bullet, but
not
comes
the
around
defense.
for the backs.
ML God gets
Plaza.
one.
Already one in the bomb site.
Yep, 2-on-2. Yang pops around the corner and pops one more kill for his team. It's a 1-on-2 now, and I think ML God's got a great position here if he can find this one. Peeks around the corner, trying to get the last shot on Monses. Can he get it? No, Monses with the takedown. Now it's Monses versus Yang.
Not enough time to actually defuse the bomb, so 2K will be getting another round and making it the 4-2 in this first half.
Yeah, one away from closing out their time on offense. If you can win on offense, then really that is a spectacular feat here on point-blank maps, especially Sandstorm, where it does tend to be a little bit more defensively favored. We'll see if that holds true as Vengeance now down 2-4.
Great way of approaching and opening up space for your own team as They were trying to go towards the pub in a way, but waiting for the moment as, of course, they also got a little bit lucky where Vengeance actually pulled out from B side. They had no one, only two to back it up in case they go in. But
yeah, and even then they were like back in the back alley behind it. So that made it really easy for 2K to push all the way in, and I don't think it'll be quite that easy this time around.
Yeah, they do have all 5 from both sides. 1 minute almost spent already. This 6th round.
Fire in the hole. It's a melodious sound. This is the chicken crowing in the morning. This is the nightingale.
It is the nature sound. It's the sound of nature of 4
That's right.
FPS.
You can hear it whistling through the trees. I wonder what version of Fire in the Hole this is. I mean, you listen because you're a great bird watcher or grenade watcher. You know exactly what it is.
Or the Green Lantern, which failed, but still 4v3.
Indeed it is. All right, well, it's a 4-on-3, like you said. 2K kind of stopped as they tried to push through Plaza. That didn't really work around. And Melgod now coming around the
off
corner.
angle to the side.
Gets taken down there. He didn't even have a chance. So that attempted flank does not work out. Now it's up to RHC and Doodles to make it happen. I mean, they're going to try for the plant, but I just don't think it's going to be able to work out.
That is the only angle because the cover from this point right here is already there. So they had to get the one out, but goes down. They know the final one is down here right next to the yellow.
Yep, come around the corner, close the deal, and plenty of time to defuse the bomb. So nice comeback there for Vengeance that put things at 4-3, but they still have their backs up against the wall. 1 game away from dropping the first half.
Yeah, still 2K. They only need to have 1 more, as they actually broke into the A side without getting the control of the pub. That's what we talked about. If they can't control the pub and they lose the back alley, even if they make it into A, they were getting the pressure. They could only plant into 1 site, and they got sandwiched right after. And that's why you have to really control the pub and the same time, and at least the back alley coming from the pub. That's the crucial place if you want to actually plant your bomb in the A site.
I love how the pistol
gets the kill!
It's basically a sniper rifle, right? So if you're wondering why you don't see snipers, pistol's pretty good at that. A headshot at long range owns DeClint, sends him back home the hard way, and that'll set up for a 5-on-4, which may allow 2K to be very aggressive as they try to push through Plaza, into pub, and on into the A-bomb site.
Thought there was a grenade, but it was a smoke. The
Yep.
second one is actually a grenade.
It goes off, smoke stays around for a little bit longer, and 2K have a nice advantage here. How will they decide to push it? It looks like they are going to make their way around, up to road and try to push all the way along there. It does look like only Wiz is there to stop them. Oh, and he comes around and actually, wait, how did he not die there? He peeked for a long time.
It was dangerous. He actually peeked out after the grenade.
Oh, there it is.
One more backup actually gets the securing kill.
Yeah, Wizka out of there, and that's going to make it a 3-on-3 after kills come back. So Vengeance firing back and keeping this all things considered pretty even. Still an impenetrable B bomb site as 2K can't make it up the road.
Near the plaza, this plaza B, where you have the backup. Even into this point, you really want to keep your aim right at the headshot. It's really easy unless it's very unlikely for your opponent to actually jump out anywhere nearby. So if you have the headshot line continuously being done, it'll be super easy to just spray and get the headshot. You are actually super close to your opponent at the same time.
Oh, coming up, it gets a beautiful breach. ML godlike, and I mean, with everybody else dying, sure, the round ends for 2K, but ML God, look at that breach. Immediately finds a headshot as he runs up the stairs, closes it out there, and that's going to be a 5-3 finish for 2K.
5-3 for the first half, and pretty dominant series. A pretty dominant series so far for 2K Gaming in the red side. They will switch side, of course, and go towards and play once again in the Sandstorm. So far, 2K, surprisingly, they have been super patient. It seems like they have really studied what Vengeance likes to do on this map, and they have been finding holes almost every single time. And they actually broke through 7 times. They just failed two of them. Got all 5 though, so they will win the first half.
And you can see the home crowd pretty pumped up that their Portuguese-speaking Brazilian team, nice save there, was able to close it out in the first half. But the nature of halves is that there must always be a second, G-Clef.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's a whole.
Otherwise, it's a semi.
Well, I guess this is the semifinals. So
Yes,
it's like
it is.
the second half of, it's the first half of the second half of the semifinals.
Yes.
Except that it's also a best of 3, and we're not halfway through that. So it's not as a half as it could be. But I love how we have the whole crowd split into red and blue. So theoretically, they're cheering for different teams, except that it's all Brazilians, so they're all going to be cheering for 2K.
Most of them, yes. We do have some players as well, and at the venue watching the game because they should be getting all that information about the team they might possibly play against right after.
Very important to watch this if you are a team like Tokyo Strikers who are waiting in the grand finals, or if you're just a third place team and you want to practice or get all this information about how your possible opponents in that third, fourth place match are going to play.
For those kind of angles, you can't really look for kills. Your reflex is oftentimes not fast enough. Human reflex, of course. So it is more for the information. If you get lucky, of course, you can get some shots, but it is more for the information who's passing, going which way, if someone's coming out, and try to bait that out in your own respawn.
Keep an eye here as Whiska comes around looking for maybe a drop down into Plaza to push over, still trying to find any way to break into Pub. That is just an impenetrable bridge right now. So
now with the grenade, they do know that one of them made all the way out to the Plaza A already.
Yeah.
So look at these grenades trying to do the same because they have that information, throwing that all the way, not too far away, but close. Ooh, it takes a decent amount of damage.
Wow, that's
grenade.
a lot of damage there.
About 70-60 done to both two players.
Yeah, Vengeance at very low HP, now trying to make the breach into B. Coming up all the way through road. Can they get it? They've got the high ground firing position. Can they actually find the shots? No, they get massacred. And Trust and DeClint, the only two surviving members there. They're still going to try to make the plant happen at B, but it's only a 2-on-4.
They actually jump into the pre-fire, and then they get melted with the bullets.
It was pretty great timing there, even if it was a pre-fire. Beautiful play there. I mean, DeClint's still firing. He's still taking names, but this should be a 2K victory, if I'm not mistaken. It's still anyone's game. ML God, probably the strongest member of 2K right now as far as HP go. And, there's actually 400 kilos cashing in himself. Trust, the only surviving member. The last one alive here for Vengeance, and he probably will not be for very much longer. Coming around the corner, ML God, he's got a huge health advantage. And so as long as he doesn't get totally bopped from on high, the jump down. It was a nice attempt there, but 2K draw first blood in the second half.
And nice movements actually tricking them where yourself is and securing your angle even though you're below. And you also know that, grenade, it's not finding him, but still so close.
Yeah, Trust dies and 400 kilos, so that's going to be a 4-on-4. Just to start things off, a little bit of casual damage there onto Oscar as well. But wow, what a way to start things off. So we got a 4v4, but now it's 4-on-2, as I didn't even catch where those kills came in on 2K.
Two from the pub area, and one, I think, came to back up towards the plaza and was caught again for Vengeance.
Beautiful aim duel, but it's not. It's actually, that was pretty indecisive. In the end, it's again a win for Vengeance as they really come out firing here in round number 2 of the second half. 3-on-1, DeClint going for the plant here. Vengeance have a pretty good shot at this. But Doodles, full HP, and a Dream trying to come around into B.
Yeah, he did spot one of the members, so he was taking some time just to make sure if someone's coming around. Does spot him. Oh, does not spot him at the perfect timing as he was coming down. Grenade thrown.
Doesn't take any damage from it
because the one coming from the side actually saw him.
Ooh, but he gets headshot right as soon as he peeks into the B-bomb site. And so regardless of the bomb having 20 seconds left, that is going to be a big win for Vengeance to put themselves on the board and tie the score up at 1-1.
1-1. But first half, of course, Tokyo Gaming took 5 points, so Tuku Gaming in the second half, they only need 4 points. They win 4 rounds, will be game over. In game number 1 in Sandstorm. Let's see the attack from Vengeance. Slowly going into the first. Not crossing the bridge at all, but just attacking from that entrance, first ground. And then going up the stairs to the second floor, possibly looking for the bait. But no one really in there. Not even the back alley. They're actually 2K positioning themselves all the way back, so thinking that Vengeance will actually come towards the B side instead. No bait.
I thought they were actually going to push back around through that back alley, but it looks like they're just going to hold there for now. Trust, where's the nade going? Just going to overnade.
All the way into the bomb site. Because they have extra information. They have that much more space to actually pressure in with the bomb. Grenade rushes into A site.
Yeah, coming up into A. He's going to spray his way
4 members
in there. But yeah, all 4 members there to defend for 4K. So that is not the way to breach. Here comes Trust. He's going to try to do the same thing. He has a little bit more success there. Trust, with the rush down, does find a kill there. Actually doodles with a counter to take him out. So only, it looks like Wiz left alive.
4 HP.
And
he spray
boom goes the dynamite.
The kill. And that's another round for 2K Gaming. Only looking for 2 more to finish this game around.
2 more on the way. That's what they need. And home crowd, I'm sure, is cheering them on at this point. It seems like they are poised to take the next couple of rounds with a lot of momentum on their side.
What Vengeance has been doing, they're actually going back all the way, just like what we had from
2K?
the other 2 teams.
Yep.
Waiting for the spawn, looking for the grenade.
Yep,
Actually pushes. Up. I think they actually 2K actually pushes out to the roadside, and perfect response from Vengeance. Ooh, loses 1 member.
Yeah, and losing Trust right off the bat is very, very difficult. I mean, they still do have an okay position here, but they haven't really made any progress pushing towards the bomb site. Now we're done with our first minute. 2 more left. This could be a big turning point if 2K can get a 3rd win here on defense.
Yeah, does not wait all the way out to the road. They have more members. No reason to really go extend and lose your member.
Yeah.
So they're being safe. And even if they attack all 4 at once, they have outnumbered them. So only placing 1 at B and 1 for the backup at the plaza. 3 around A here. 1 in the back alley, right next to the yellow car.
Early frags out. Can Wiz make his breach around the corner? He might get baited here. Turns around, gets the fire down, and Wiz wins the 1v1. Now he's looking for another one. He's at half health there, but he's got backup coming through. Can he win the fight? No, it's a 3-on-2 after all said and done. Now 400 kilos coming up over the scaffolding, trying to look for a wraparound, but he can't quite find it. Niang having to defend 1-on-3? I don't know if that's possible.
Well,
2-on-3, I guess.
Yes, 2-on-3, but still, C4 just getting planted right now as they are not really shooting down anything. Onto the backside, that's the angle from the back alley, so back alley must be covered by the red side.
Man, with this bomb planted, that really puts the pressure on here. Only 30 seconds left. Niang tries to come around the corner. Can he find the angles? Right around the edge of the box there. Not enough to find a kill, but there it is, actually, a 1-on-2. Niang really putting up a big performance here. He's got a teammate to try to help defend. And Oscar,
final shots.
Couple of shots is all Oscar needs, and he goes down. The bomb will be defused, and that is a big win for 2K.
3v2 because the plant, the red side, they had to have an angle coming from the alley, and they were focusing on around too much. And 2K actually using that to their tool and go around to the other side. That was smart play. Was outplayed in that game. 3v2. It seems like the 2, and also has to defend. Also has to defuse the bomb, but they buy time. They get the kill. They go around instead of the side they were supposed to. They go around the other way.
Man, these games are actually much closer than I would have expected, and especially with 2K, man. They're really powered up going into this. So all they need is another win. Can they get it for Vengeance? Their backs are really up against the wall here. We'll see what route they want to take. Do they go off towards B? Oh, actually, 2K has pushed up 1 member right all the way through the alleyway. Is actually backing off right now, so not going to commit to that. Oscar, he's ready for that pushing into the plaza.
Can be the final round of Game 1 if Vengeance is not able to find any points in this round.
That would be a little bit tragic. I mean, they've got 1 on the board, but they just need a whole lot more to try to turn this around, and more importantly, keep 2K away from the win that would end the game. They're doing a good job at it.
So far, 2 down. 3v5 now. Going straight in. They're trying to outnumber.
Oh, ML Ghazi to spray to defend his hometown, but he does lose his life, and that means that RHC is the only member standing between Vengeance and losing the game. Or at least this round. They still get to play more after this, but A-bomb site is going to be the home of the bomb for now.
RHC taking the long route, waiting right there at the door.
Oh, tries to spray through that narrow little gap, but gets cut down. A beautiful headshot to end the round, and that will be a second win for Vengeance on attack.
The second one because they had 2 men down, and they actually pushed all the way in, choosing the risky and just having the advantage. Maybe using that advantage and just pushing in sometimes works, but you're taking a greater risk with less of a return by having more members.
Yeah, it's very,
by
very
going
risky.
directly in. Actually, having more members, you need to take it slow. You can't just go all the way in and look for some amazing ones because you think you have more people, but once you get caught by the grenade and the damage, sometimes you can't really push in. That was dangerous, but still makes it out.
Firing the hole as we look to defend both the pub angle and towards B. So 2K really covering their angles right now. Playing very, very strong, very defensive. Trying to come up through that back alleyway is Vengeance. They have at least a couple of members over there with 3 more back in the plaza. So it looks like they might split off towards the road, but still just trying to make some noise there around that pub area.
The one out to the far side of the road. Grenade does not connect to the one that's looking at the backside valley.
2 members of Vengeance now pushing up the alley. They've got a 2-on-1 right there, but it actually looks like Wiz is trying to flank around and make his way into this B-bomb site. The 2 members coming up through the alley from Vengeance allow them to both push forward, but they actually get taken out there. Huge shots from 2K. They dominate Vengeance, and now it's a 3-on-1. The blue team wins, and 2K take the map.
Takes the map with 5-9 against Vengeance. And actually, he walked right into that headshot. Should have been jumping. That's what I do most of the time when there are fights. And when there are fights of 1v1 and you're the one coming from the side and you know there are only limited angles, I jump in because I know that I'm the one closer to the enemy. And very likely that's going to be near the headline. So I actually jump in so that I don't get headshot. And I can actually body it. A lot more likely, which would be just creating a 2v1 situation in the same angle.
Right.
So that's actually a better way, but just straight walking in, and he actually did not even see the enemy the moment he was going to look at the enemy. He got headshot.
Yeah, not really a whole lot of counterplay in that situation. You walk up, and then you get headshots. So, wow, what a performance by 2K. They take the first map, but let's not forget how round 1 went, or how our first semifinal went, where we had Tokyo Strikers dropping the first map, and all of a sudden we're like, can Plan B do this? And then the answer is no. It was a very long, slow, difficult comeback in the next 2 maps, but Tokyo Strikers were able to do it and come back. Now here in our second semifinal, even though we did see 2K, the home crowd favorites there in Brazil at the Mega Arena X5, they have taken the first map. But it's a best of 3, so they still need to take 1 more to close out their victory over Vengeance from Indonesia.
Yeah, but it's downtown, and they actually played a decent, very, very first match in day number 1. So we'll have to see as 2K brought a win against AOEXE in that downtown. It was very orderly fashion. The speed was pretty quick. It was against the Russian team before, but now they're up against the Vengeance Indonesian team. Compared to AOEXE, I would say they're a lot stronger. In terms of strategy and having the coordination, the positioning of creating angles, I think it's a lot better from the Indonesian team. So even 2K, who won yesterday on that same map, will be put to test once again in downtown.
It's going to be a big test. I don't know how to call this. I thought coming into this that Vengeance would maybe have a little bit of a leg up, but it looks like 2K are very solid, both offense and defense. They looked very, very good there on Sandstorm. I don't know what to expect on downtown, but it's going to be an exciting game.
Yeah, as long as you don't have downtime.
Oh,
You'll be
that's
okay.
right. No downtime in downtown. As long as that's the way it works out, I'm going to be excited for it. It doesn't look like we are taking too much of a break at all, with both of our teams still in their booths, ready to go for our second game of the second semifinals on downtown.
And the first one, just to remind you guys once again, Tokyo Gaming to get Orly Bastion 9-5. And so far downtown, I do still think the Vengeance is the favorite, but after watching the first game, I'm losing faith a little bit.
Really?
Personally, I'm losing faith a little bit. Seems like they're not really playing the style that they did yesterday, because maybe they thought it was an easier matchup for them in Group B. That's why they were able to have that confidence, but not going to be the same case. If you lose here, you drop down and you go to the third place match. But we are ready for that downtown game.
Love the jazz routine we've got coming into this map. It's a cool overview as we get ready for our second game in the second semifinal match. Tokyo Strikers in the grand final. Who will advance to join them? 2K can take this one down. They will be the next team to advance on to the grand final, but they have a strong task ahead of themselves. Already starting things off with an entry frag, taking Oscar out. RHC, look at the position he's in. He throws out the frag, but gets taken down in the end. So it's a trade 1-for-1.
It's spotted he actually came way too late to the freezer truck, and he couldn't really find his best position, and he missed his initial shots. So his enemy was able to find him right after.
Oh, avoiding that crazy spray, but in the end,
down.
I guess he just got caught by a stray bullet.
And you also get wall shot right after.
Oh, yeah, that's
Great
right.
catch here.
Look at this aim, a 2-for-2. It seems like anytime there's some random casualty, able to just fire right back there. Vengeance in a 3-on-3 now with Wiz running around the corner. Oh, my God, DeClint just disappears. He's a ghost. I don't know what happened to him, but he's out of there.
The headshot.
Yep.
And we'll be missing from the stair. Oftentimes there's a bait onto the left side, so you do have to look at the left side. But look at the angle from Yang, actually looking from the box. And
trying to spray and get random headshots right there. I guess it's a good idea, but unable to find any of them.
Oh, that grenade actually did so much damage.
That was beautiful. Nice to dodge any of the flash.
Let's go down, and both are wiped from 2 grenades, 2 kills. They were actually very low, so getting the grab with the grenade, feeling pretty good.
This is incredible. I can't believe how well 2K are playing. More than that, their momentum continues, and that is really what is giving them so much, I guess, morale coming into this. That's what gives them the ability to just feel like everything works. So the way things go in downtown, you get into a good angle, you spray to break all the windows, and you try to see exactly where your opponents are trying to rotate to.
This time not coming all the way to the truck of basically the losing factor from, almost the losing factor from 2K was because they pushed all the way up, lost a member, going all the way to the freezer truck. Not going to be the same one as they are just waiting at that B site.
Yep, absolutely. And even Doodle's taking a little bit of damage early on. I'm not sure that's going to matter all that much. Let's see what RHZ wants to do. He is the furthest forward member playing point for 2K. Smokes out. Now might be trying to push on through them. This is where it's going to matter. 400 kilograms right on the other side of that door, or maybe a little bit further behind it. But trying to spray through the windows there. Is the damage going to come through RHC? Very, very low, but in the end, 2K murdered Vengeance and take out 3. So a 5-on-2 situation. Vengeance, the Clint's got a lot of work to make up. He and Trust.
RHC actually comes out to the main cafe.
Oh, sickest headshot. 400 kilograms, weighs nothing now that he's dead.
He was looking at the other angle, actually, and not really catching after the guard, but down to 1 member. The final one, Trust.
I feel like in point blank, when you look down at the ground, it's like when you cover your eyes and you're like, I can't see you, so you must not be there.
It's like when you go into the foreign language class when there's an oral test coming at you. Who wants to go first, and then everyone just looking at the sheet of paper.
Yeah, you're like, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Yeah, it's not. It's a little bit more effective here in Point Blank than it is in real life. Beautiful entry in there, but unfortunately, DeClint gets taken out. That means it's just trust. Can he find beautiful headshots to take the win? No. And another win on the board. The points keep piling up for 2K. Brazil.
Yeah, even some special sound effects.
I love it.
2K wins as a hosting country. Lots of fans at the venue as they are high in spirits as well with all the cheers from the fans.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd be in pretty high spirits too if I started out with a 2-win advantage into the second half, or into the second map rather. Still in the first half, of course.
I would love to actually go all the way to Brazil and cast from there at the venue, with watching all the audience receiving that amount of energy.
Oh, dude, Brazilian fans are some of the best fans in the world. When it comes to going crazy over their teams playing, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that. And so to be a Brazilian team on stage, you know you have a lot of support at your back, but you've got to show up in game in order to deserve it. So see what happens. 2K on defense this time around. They've been good twice in a row. We'll see if they continue to do that. And actually, Vengeance has not pushed out much past their spawn. They're actually choosing to go right up center. So, I don't know. It seems to be a little bit safer to try to go around the edges, but they can't quite find an angle to do that, I guess.
Yeah, so far, main Cafe, you can't really contest too far. Going up the stair, maybe. Does he have the smallest angle?
That is insane. That area to find a hit is like microscopic.
But it is the angle where you just free fire a lot, so you can actually try very hard.
Nothing working so far. DeClint coming around. I think he actually had an angle there for just a brief second on ML God. Yeah, and he recognized where ML God is. No way the headshot comes through. That's insane.
DeClint, man, with just clutch shots, one after the other. This may be a good amount of attack as they are breaching through both sides. Right now, just looking for the backup. Possibly does miss the shot. Or is she a little bit late on the response? There's a bomb.
Yeah, now Yang, I think he had an angle there for a second, but I don't think he realized it.
The reason why they planted an A because there are lots of grenades already been thrown, so it's really easy, a lot easier to actually defend for the red side.
RHC.
Well, actually,
gonna be very, very quiet. Oh, look at the surprise! Yeah, DeClint didn't see him at all. In the end, the counter kill comes through, and Yang is the sole surviving member of 2K. He's in a 1-on-2. Will he find the kill? No, he does go down, and that's the first win on the board, first point on the board in our second map for Vengeance.
Slowly back in game, starting with round number 3.
I love how there's just like zero downtime in the middle of the game. You just keep going. You win or you lose, you can't dwell on it. You have to reset and get right back into the game with a brand new strategy.
That's why you can't afford to make mistakes, and they actually try this once
no.
again. RHC gets a kill.
He's going to get one, and actually he might get a second one there as well. He does. What on earth? RHC just completely blindsides Vengeance.
But they actually make their way in, but ML God, he was just keeping himself in the bottom, all the way at the back.
Man, this is a Matrix stuff where you're just dodging around sprays of bullets coming at you. In the end, ML God does win. Can he find another one? He needs to grab it. His drags are a little bit slow, and in the end, it's Wiz that comes up with the win in the end. Wizka able to close it out.
Lots of spray and losing your cool, losing your control.
Yeah, the control was just slow. You could see him tracking more slowly.
Both players, yes. Yep. Both players, they actually used the entire ammo, entire magazine.
It's a little bit awkward. After
that was actually like the last few bullets to actually grab the kill.
If you're both spraying at each other and you both run out at the same time, it's really awkward because you both have to try to reload as fast as you can. It's like
that's the choice you make. Do I reload or do I change to pistol or do I go melee? Melee from that point on. Maybe just be a knife fight.
You pull out your
bring out the gold knife.
That is true. Gold knives, of course, better than non-gold plated knives.
The default one is the best.
I actually really like the gold-plated skin. I think it looks pretty sick.
Gold skin
You'll
for
notice
everything.
The PBWC skins on all of
our
guns.
The newest.
Yep, indeed. They're just as good as the gold version. Give you that extra clip. So, of course, you'll see all of our players using them on everything. Even these, the dual Chris's, that's still going to look just as good. So, what's the play here? G-Clef, we haven't seen a whole lot of committal. Most of the time just kind of getting caught up there by Cafe and not making it a whole lot further.
And no focus on B this time, as this is the first time actually they're not attacking into B, slowly crouching into A site together, which has been opened by 2K. They are ready to cover by the angle of from far away, and also they do have lots of grenade.
Was going to get shot by like a bullet, so he's going to be a little bit more cautious there. And what is Oscar looking for there in Cafe? He's playing it very far back.
So for finding none,
I actually really love that we have this downtime in the middle. It's both teams really have figured each other out. Like, okay, well, what's the next play? Well, for Declan, it's playing the bomb. Why don't they ever set the bomb for like a minute? Like, that would seem like a much better strategy. Why do you have to set 40 seconds on the bomb? Or, I guess less than 40 seconds. What if they set it for like 5 seconds? The bomb just goes off and they win. I guess they have to try to escape.
That would be imbalanced.
Imbalanced? If I am part of the Free Rebels, I don't really care about balance. I just want to kill people. Whoa, frags, killing everybody. It's a disaster. No! All of a sudden, the bomb goes down. Can they defuse it in time? It looks like the answer is yes. And wow, everything was going so well for Vengeance until everyone died.
How much... This is insane how Tsuki just broke through. Some grenade damage, but headshots after one another. Having all 5 members actually breaking through that defense.
You almost never see that, where it's 5 versus 5, and then all of a sudden it's 5 versus 0. Beautiful break in there, 2K. It's like they have that magic aura from the fans supporting them. It's you make a joke about it because it doesn't really exist, but then you watch things like that happen, and you're like, oh my god, you never see that until you're in a situation like this in 2K, really just crushing this first half.
It's very rare, of course, a lot rarer into a B site, but in terms of A site, they actually covered all the angle coming out from the back and to the side even. And not too much grenade, actually only 2 thrown last round into that bomb zone. You just gotta say, it was just amazing mechanical play from each player.
Exactly
2K.
What they needed. And now 2K up 2 players over Vengeance who take those 2 losses early on. So, wow, it's looking bad for Vengeance. Can they bring this back? They'll need the same similar kind of magic. These headshots just coming out of nowhere. It looks like for a second there, Niana's actually in a good spot, but we're going to watch Trust into Clint. They so often are the dynamic duo. Oh, a shot at the head of ML God. Takes him out. Wow, look at DeClint. They're powering through, but he's going to go down, and so will Trust. They get wiped out, and 2K are 1 away from taking this first half.
Just 1 round off. And this maybe the final 3 minutes. And shooting through that point actually gets a decent amount of headshot, at least some damage done when you know the rotation. And because you will always, very likely always have 1 at least in the B-bomb site. And staying behind the box.
Always the best place to be. Oh no! He had like a solid half a second there to find a headshot and couldn't do it. So that's a little bit of a bonus there. 2K with the Guardian Angels pulling the bullets away from their heads.
What we call GA, of course.
Yes. Very useful.
Once again. Grenade. Oh, smoke's coming in first.
Yeah, you smoke, and then it's harder to see exactly where the grenade landed, even though you can hear it. Actually, having to push through the grenades, they can't make it over, and it's a disaster. VNG explode. No more Vengeance, but hey, still Nyang and ML God out of there.
Yeah, grenade kills coming through for both teams.
Oh, DeClint. He's going to have to spray. Wow, he gets 1 with a spray, so it's only a 1-on-2.
Clint has been just having such a good aim. Having such a good drag to the head and getting headshots so quickly.
Even when it doesn't really make sense, like there, he's kind of firing through the smoke. He's still getting headshots. So, wow, this is pretty intense. See, kind of on opposite sides once again. Okay, DeClint, he's got a lot on his plate. He's got to push into a bomb side to get the drop, but he's going to have a hard time doing it. Only 1:25 left.
We will see us slowly operating around the map.
DeClint just needs to get into a bomb site, right? I mean, he's got to drop the bomb in the next 20 seconds. Well, into position to put the bomb down in the site. And he's found one. So here we go. Bomb is going to be down at 1 minute.
FU 140.
Okay,
Use the
well,
code.
yep,
That's-
40. Shh, you're giving away the password, G-Clef.
Instant kill. And
Okay,
that
that's
will
a
be
little
five.
that's a little bit anticlimactic there at the end, but that's gonna do it. 2K find their 5th victory to take the first half, and now they're 1 half away from winning a trip to the grand finals.
Only 3 rounds away, to be in fact, because they won that with a 5-2, and Vengeance was only able to get 2 from the red side. Of course, greater defense for the blue side. This is the map for a lot of the blue teams, but they do have the better chance in terms of defense on downtown to have that defense done. So 2 rounds from red, not too bad. Of course, usually we do see about 3, but 2, if you can actually defend it well enough, you may never give points, and that's how you come back into game number 2 and continue into game 3. Vengeance needs that right now.
We've already seen it happen in our first semifinals. Very possible for Vengeance to bring it back and still stay alive, but they're really losing a lot of opportunities. Every single map matters, and now that they're swapping sides, they get a chance to, put the shoe on the other foot, I think is the way the metaphor goes.
But
and here we go.
If you put the shoe on the other foot,
it doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit.
It means on the other person's foot.
Yes.
Aha. We're figuring out the metaphors here. But let's go ahead and get back into it. Oscar already down. Vengeance not starting off the second half the way they wanted to. They can't give away these precious map wins because, like you said, G-Clef, only 3 wins needed, right?
3 rounds. 3 rounds for 2K. Straight to the finals. They are ready for it and diving in. I think he did hear at least the footsteps.
Yep, smoke out, now trying to break his way through those double doors.
Down to 2 men only.
Yeah, we didn't even see any of those deaths happen because they just happened so quickly.
They went into the A side, actually got through all the valley kills. And VNG, of course, Vengeance waiting. They can't really afford to go all the way in. They do have some grenades, so it seems like they are waiting for now. They do have a lot of time also. Diving into B side instead, actually. Doodle almost sacrificing himself.
Yeah,
for information.
He does just a little bit. RHC actually the sacrifice there just to try to find out anything that they can get. The red team wins, and that puts them only 2 away from advancing on to the grand finals. You can see the entire Brazilian team stood up, kind of banged their chests. They're like, we are so close to dominating through Indonesia.
Only 2 more rounds. They're going to the finals, advancing into the grand finals against Tokyo Striker. A pretty dominating performance so far. All they need is 2 more.
We'll see if they can do it. Already just pre-breaking the windows for trying to push through. Vengeance, what's the strat they need here? I always seem to take either an early casualty or get bopped by grenades even after they find successful breaks into bomb sites, but it's just nothing's working out.
They've been losing this duel near the stairs, right in between A and B. Center point, great grenade. Actually, a smoke instead.
Yep, no surprise grenades, but a little bit of surprise damage there as Doodles gets completely blasted. So he's the first casualty here. RHC a little bit low, but safe from the line of fire right now. So a nice early casualty there, but Vengeance, they have to use this power play in order to come back. I don't know exactly how they're going to plan to do that, but they're not pushing out, looking to catch 2K off guard.
Taking the upstairs of Blue Res is one of the most crucial things. It actually blocks it's kind of like the central area for most of the map. Blocks the backup from A to B, B to A, and really forces the rotation all the way around, which costs a lot more time, possibly even 15 plus more seconds.
Yeah, and they don't really have that time left. Pushing into the bomb site right now, looking for the plant is 2K. Will they be able to get one down? Oh, they get one down. They lose one. And now, actually, Monsters gets taken out as well here. So should be seeing the bomb planted here in the next 10 seconds or so. They're going to need to get it down, but they're losing health. They're losing members. They're losing time. And finally, Nyang has to go for the plant.
Has the grenade and gets almost taken out.
Wait, I thought he knew he needed to move a little bit further away. But unfortunately, just take a lot of damage. But the bomb is down. That's the main objective there. Now all they have to do is make their plant and
make it
defense
a 3-3 with the headshot from the pistol.
Yep.
Snipes onto one.
Very nice
Covering.
angle. Oh, 400 kilograms is going to get a big shot there right through, but he can't find the conversion off of that. So still a 3-on-2. But only 20 seconds left on the bomb.
Focusing onto one and gets one here, but it's 1v1. 18 seconds.
versus
Grenade!
Oscar! Oscar does stay alive. He doesn't die to the nade, and that means he will be able to push in. Can he get the defuse in time? Yes, he will.
Yes. Has more than enough time, plus 2 seconds.
Oh, vengeance.
And he thought he had the time to throw in the grenade and then switch the gun and then shoot before, but when you have to make that switch, you actually waste about 1.5 seconds.
It's quite a bit of time. Yeah, you know, you say it's only 1.5 seconds. It feels like a lot longer.
Throwing the grenade plus drawing out your gun and then spraying right after. 1.5.
Okay, well, this is still very close to being a 2K victory. All they need are 2 more kills. Well, 2 more map wins, or 2 more rounds. There we go. And they're very capable of getting it. But first of all, they need to find out where each other are. Just a little bit of pre-fire to try to feel each other out. Neither team really committing through that central area.
One of the members actually into the left side in the lower cafe there, blue cafe, right next to the respawn area. And one on top, so B side pretty much guarded.
This
not,
is
not from the bombing zone though. All from the respawn.
Trying to push in there. Oh man, he thought he had a shot with the pistol, but once again, just trying to pre-fire, spray as much as you can, get a good feel about where their opponents are. Now, RAC, he's the one with a beautiful flank there. Does get a 1 for 2, I guess that was.
At the same time, they actually go into the A side as well. So they have shaken very. They could not break into B, but they have got their control towards the A side a little bit more.
Yeah, indeed, they have. Very important to push in there. We only have 1 minute and 30 left. So that means that in the next 30, 40 seconds, we're going to need to see that plant happen. So let's see if they can push into it. 2K finally making their push into B. They are in the bomb site. The plant should happen here pretty soon, but first they have to clear things out and see what the best defensive angle is to hold on to it.
Because it seems like lots of grenades thrown into the bomb site, not catching anyone yet.
Chain explosions here, but can they break into it? ML Guy gets a nice headshot on the breach. Can he find any more? This is not a great spot for VNG to be in. They sacrifice 1, 2. Now maybe even the third one going down, and that's a big team win for the red team. 2K 1 away from a trip to the grand finals.
So one more round for 2K. Very close. Vengeance. Actually gets a trading kill in there.
Almost going to try to push an entry frag on to Wiz. He is out of there, and so no more Wizka left on the map here. This might be all that it takes for 2K to lead their way into the grand finals. Vengeance, no, their backs are up against the wall. Quite literally, but they're also not giving up without a fight. Yeah, playing it careful.
And slowly.
Yeah, very, very slowly. I love that we have this little lull in the action. Both teams trying to get either cheeky frag kills, maybe random headshots from pre-firing, just trying to break in. And, I mean, it's good to see 2K advancing. They have a couple of minutes to work with. So they do need to make progress towards that B-bomb site.
Slowly. Just like game number 1. Don't need to rush it. You have a lot more chances. 2K is. As Vengeance, they do lose one more member.
Wow, yeah, RHC getting taken out there, and actually a little bit of damage down there onto Doodles as well. So I don't really know what happened, but you do have to be careful.
Very for the free fire.
Yep.
Maybe looking for that wall shot, but not the right angle. Of course, you can't see.
Couldn't find. And this is a death trap. You can see the multiple different angles there that Vengeance can control the top of that staircase. So you really do not want to walk up there without, unless you have either nades to cover you or some backup.
Instead, going to the lower.
Oh my God! No way. He's gonna shoot him in the foot. He tried.
He does actually get the wall shot, some damage on him.
that was pretty cute, but unable to find any meaningful kills there. It's a 4-on-4. Smoke out in the site. Only a minute left.
So they have to be close to B. They do have the C4. MLG got, but will get caught by the grenade.
No,
not really able to plant the bomb.
That is terrible. So they're going to have to go for another plant. Only 50 seconds left. The plant has to come down right now. But he gets shaken by another grenade. Need to plant. 45 seconds and the plant comes down. Only 30 seconds left to get the defuse off. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on the Vengeance.
A very low Doodle and also Young gets taken out. Both of them at the same time. 400 kilogram. The only one left. Four members.
Can he defend the bomb? He gets
one.
one kill, but he goes down. The bomb will be defused, and Vengeance at the last second stop 2K short. But still, many more opportunities here for 2Kill to advance.
2-2, but this is the second half. First half, 2K Gaming took the first half with the 5-2, so still need 3 more for Vengeance to at least tie up in this game. They also dropped the first game in Sandstorm, so they can't.
Long way to go. Vengeance rushing this time around. And, oh, wow, a good duck and cover, but he drops down and goes down 400 kilograms out of there. And actually, with a lot of damage done to Doodles, this is not the start that 2K would have wanted.
Certainly. Hey, they just rushed in and not even finding the angle. They were actually focusing on too much for the baits from the bomb, and there was no one actually.
Are they going to go for a plant already? Oh, my God.
I think they basically just figured that we have a lot of chances. Let's just go rush in and then try our chances here.
Okay, well, they are going to do it. 37 seconds
One
left.
coming up, but he has to change the gun, but he mistimed that.
Yeah, exactly the worst possible situation there. Now it's only up to RHC. Can he defend the bomb? Crawling around the wall. Are the headshots going to come through? Ducking. Standing up. Ducking. The duel is good. Vengeance. Power through again, and now we'll take a third victory against 2K. 2 in a row.
Maybe he didn't have enough bullets because he was pre-firing so much. He had to change the gun. I couldn't really see directly how many bullets that he had left, but oftentimes not the case, and they were only like about a minute in, so he should have had enough bullet. Maybe he was just trying to be greedy and change the gun. That was a big mistake. Unless that happened, he had the better control.
The worst possible time
and
to
he should have heard the sound also coming up very close to him.
I mean, it's a very tense moment, so you really do have to know that nerves are playing a part on both sides for 2K to be this close, and then if they drop this map and maybe drop the next map, that would be heartbreaking in front of an entire crowd of Brazilian fans. So hopefully they are able to close this out. They are one map away from a trip to the grand finals.
They should now know where the focus really is. Blue respawn, second floor.
A little bit of grenade damage there on to Trust as the pre-frags come out.
For the previous 3 out of 3, not a single man installed in the bombs, in the B-side bomb site.
Trying to push into it very quickly, but they are stopped kind of in their tracks. Guarding both directions there is 2K, but they do need to kind of come together, make a coalesced push here any second now. There's the pre-fires. They can see the bullets coming through, so they know where Vengeance are. Now they need to come up, stand up, and get the shots they need to break in.
Not really finding the damage. Too much just contesting, just throwing out bullets actually only to very low on bullets actually. A lot of members are.
Yeah, gotta conserve your resources here. Only a minute left. Now finally pushing into the site, looking for the plant here. But 5 alive and very healthy for Vengeance. Can they push in and stop this bomb from being planted? Only 1 minute left, and Doodles is gonna drop the bomb in the plant, but he goes down because of a grenade through the smoke. And oh, this is not looking good here for 2K. G-Clef, a very tense moment. Another grade comes out, another kill. They're stopping them from planting, saying, look, we know where you're going to plant. We can stop you anytime you go for it. Another attempt at a plant, but that one fails as well.
That's exactly why you leave that A site open. You want to get free kills, basically, with a single grenade, and then time it perfectly for the second one.
G-Clef, are we going to have a tie?
It comes to the final round. The winner actually takes the round, takes the game.
G-Clef, I'm trying to make ties possible. Are you trying to tell me that there's no possibility for a tie?
Actually, if Vengeance wins this one, it is going to be tie game number 2.
Okay. Well, that would be a 1-to-1 tie. There we go. But no round ties, certainly. I guess we're both wearing ties. But certainly the players do not want them. 2K, they take an early loss, but they get a lot of damage down. Wiz, Trust, kind of low. That's I guess as much of an advantage as they can hope for right now. See what their strategies are, but it's clear that rushing in to plant the bomb wherever it is just isn't working for 2K.
And they have a man down. That's the biggest problem. Of course, Vengeance also has 2 of the member pretty low, below 50, below 30.
Well, headshots are going to make all the difference here. Doodle's coming forward, but he does need to keep his eye on that window. Oh my god, he almost had the angle, but he didn't pre-fire to get the extra shots off. So, oh, this is so tense, G-Clef. Just seconds away from possibly seeing 2K in the finals or possibly tying it up.
Oh, Emigo does make it out solo, but gets the kill. Can actually push in, but not going to push in. Actually gets 1 down from A side, I believe.
How's this going to go? The pre-fire comes through. Great cover fire from behind, but RC takes too much damage. He's coming forward. Got to run away from that damage. Explosion comes off. No damage done. Wiz going down there is a big deal. It makes it
only 114. They have to make a move now.
Yep, they will need to push in. They have to go. They have to go right now in order to have enough time to plant the bomb.
Sneaky move going all the way all round into A side, actually pressuring in. It seems like they're pressuring into B side because they don't have too much time back. Actually,
oh, ML God. Is this the godlike play from ML God? The bomb's down 40 seconds to find it.
They got the plant, 4v3. And using a lot of time, they are actually going all the way around the stairs. They are coming towards
Oh no! What happened? Vengeance just died.
Kill.
Everybody goes down in the end.
It. That will be
2K.
The end.
Take it. They find their 3rd win. They claim the victory in the second half and defeat Indonesia to eliminate them from the Point Blank World Challenge Championships. And 2K, 2Kill, your top Brazilian team, will advance on to the grand finals.
Oh, look at them. Look how happy they are with the crowd, with the flags all around. They're going straight to the finals. It seems like they actually won the championship or something.
Honestly, it almost feels just as good. Parties in the crowd, in the booths, and a lot of great sportsmanship, too, as they go in to shake hands.
It almost seems like they actually won the championship.
It does, it does. I mean, it was that tense. I mean, I'm sure we'll be right back here again emotionally when they do play in their final game. But what a way to close out our second best-of-3 semifinals, sending 2K, the Brazilian team, after losing and almost being out in the group stage. They finally make it into the semifinals on day 2. They barely make it into the grand finals. They will face off against Thailand's Tokyo Strikers for a shot at $30,000.
Yeah, what an intense semifinals. We thought it was going to be a lot less intense compared to the first semi, but actually it goes all the way to the final round. Of course, did not go to game 3 because of best of 3.
Right.
Yes, but Tokyo Gaming, pretty intense, and how they were able to sneak into the A, and he only had less than 10 HP.
He was very low.
Basically, that is the why, because you can't really count on him too much. He was going to go down regardless, and maybe a leaf, just with the wind,
a soft breeze,
and will actually crumble him down. So actually having all the other 3 members actually pressuring into the B. Also, they got a kill out of that too, and then sneaking into the A, just making sure they buy enough time so there's no grenade into that A site coming in.
I mean, we saw what it looks like when you try to force a site and plant the bomb. You just keep getting naded over and over and over again. You can't do that. That's what happened in the Pentultimate game, and Vengeance were just able to kill them over and over again. But this time, when you force that B so hard, you sort of get into your opponent's head, and they think, well, this is where the game ends, right? They don't have enough time to rotate, but they did. And so sending ML God over there makes the godlike play, gives them the win. What a beautiful, just magical moment there for 2K in front of all of their fans to be able to advance onto the grand finals in the Point Blank World Challenge. It doesn't get much better than that, G-Clef.
Yep, and that's possibly as what we wanted to have, what we wished to have in the grand finals. It'll be Tokyo Strikers, the best, possibly the best region in this world, and the hosting nation.
Yeah.
Can you have two teams that's better than that. No, I think this is the best matchup for the finals.
Honestly, so you can look at relative power levels and say maybe it goes, Thailand, Indonesia,
Team G Clef
yeah,
and Team Rapid.
Team G Clef, Team Rapid, and
Mhm.
then Brazil. But for Indonesia, right, they might be a good team just overall. But when you're pumped up by the crowd, you've got all that morale, the passion, just the will to win, just everything. All of those ancillary advantages going over to 2Kill gave them the advantage that they needed to advance on to the grand finals. But before the grand finals, we have a third and fourth place match. We've got that best of 3 coming up next, so don't go anywhere. The PBWC will be back in just a second. See the bans right there. As expected, we did have Storm 2 bans, so not going to see any of that subway action. Nobody's going to get hit by the train this time around.
So easy one, and we do have game one, Luxville, as just like the website, everything is clean and sound. Seems like we are ready to go as soon as possible.
100 double underline emoji. That's where we are right now.
Oh yes, 100
ready to go.
double line and percentage also.
Oh yeah, percent.
Luxville Sandstorm downtown has been chosen for the third and fourth. Same rule, best of 3. If you finish first half and the second half with more rounds, and if your opponent can't catch up to the number, it will be just game ending. Not like the rules that we had yesterday. We are going back to the old original. Lots of FPS, of course, following that rule as well.
Yep, just rewinding it back to the way that all of our teams are used to playing in their qualifiers and their other tournaments. This is the way they work. So best of 3, yeah, you do have to score more points than your opponents can. And a lot of times that does mean that things come down to the wire. Our games have been very close today for the most part. And so looking forward to seeing another best of 3, our third best of 3 of the day. And it's coming in very, very soon. Of course, a difference of $1,000 between both of our teams here fighting for that third and fourth place spot. Really excited to see which ones will advance where. In which position.
In which language.
Well, that's right. I guess we do have different languages for each of our teams in the finals.
Yes, we do. As Portuguese and Thai.
Yeah, so being represented right here, I think for Turkey, the Turkish language is one that I don't think I'll ever get around to learning because from what I've heard, it's very difficult.
Really?
Yeah.
Compared to Korean?
I think Korean is probably not the most, especially among Asian languages. I think Korean has to be one of the easier languages to learn.
In terms of reading and writing, I think definitely is one of the simplest one out there. But you just don't know what it means for the longest time.
Well, thankfully, a lot of words are actually just English words spelled in Korean.
But we are ready. Look, so we are getting that video. That's the point cross. And Red Room 1.
I really like our Luxville intro. And then the camera work, by the way, big shout outs to the camera guy because he has way stepped up his game for this grand finals. It looks super slick as we zoom on in and get in to our first game. So pre-firing just to make sure that nobody's going to peek their head out around the wall. And here we go. It is Plan B from Turkey on the left-hand side in the red on offense. And then, of course, Vengeance from Indonesia in the blue.
Even the style points from the PBWC weapons. Actually comes
insane.
all the way out and gets taken away. More kills, 2v2. And more kills coming out from the die. Actually came up to the stairs.
Wait, what? Oh my god, that was the fastest round that we've seen all day long. 40 seconds is all that it took Vengeance to blow Plan B away.
That was actually, in a way, very weird because Point B, they were trying to rush in, but Vengeance actually rushed out because there was another attack coming from the other side, and that will not be the end of the game for sure. Seems like we have some technical issues at the moment.
Yeah, there are technical issues where they died really fast. That is very unexpected, at least from what I could tell. That was not the way I expected that game to go at all. I think teams were trying kind of the same aggressive strategy, but not. I haven't seen Downtown played quite that way before, or Luxville rather.
Yeah, me neither. Maybe they're just remaking the room, just checking the keyboards, the mouse.
I have no idea what happened there. If somebody's like keyboard disconnected there at the end, just like couldn't fire, you can still like kind of move around, but only a mouse is a little bit rough.
Steel Series QCK Plus. Mass, the thick one.
There we go. It's a good elbow rest too, as you can see.
It's one of the big ones. It's actually huge. You can, it's bigger than A4 piece of paper.
Are you one of those small mouse pad users, or are you one of the big mouse mat users?
I actually have the long keyboard plus mouse pad and a separate mouse pad for the mouse only.
Do you put the mouse pad on top of the other mouse mat?
No. It doesn't elevate perfectly.
Ooh. Okay.
So instead of putting the mouse, I actually put my cell phone on the left side of the entire thing, and
on
then
the
put
pad.
the keyboard.
Okay.
And then I have a separate mouse pad for my mouse only. But we're going to go back into the game. Of course, the first round already happened.
Yep.
That's
we are going to count it. With no regame, the point does go to Vengeance. So right now, Vengeance will have to play to 4 on their scoreboard. Of course, 4 plus 1 is 5. That's how you do math on air.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure about that one. You know, I counted on my fingers first, and
you do have 5 fingers, yes.
That's right. So I know how to get.
That's why we have 5 fingers.
We go over 10. I might be having to take off my shoes, but for now, I'm pretty happy with that math. Your Plan B bar probably not too happy about the way that first game went. They played it fast, they played it loose, and they wound up getting taken out. So that is obviously not the way that they wanted that to go. And at least for now, things are even. So we'll see what strategies both players want to go for right now. Wrapping around, looking towards the B site. Can't go across the crosswalk just yet.
Slowly. We do see the similar positions. Actually, one in the A site, and right next to him, we do have 3. Actually, no one actually focusing onto the B side. Not really. May actually get caught, but no one actually going around so far.
Poking out from the door and gets blown away instantly. Plan B get annihilated.
Look how far the background actually came in. So this is the reason why they were all the way out only in A, because this guy actually made all the way out to the main hallway until all the way towards the red spawn to the red room. Took a while, but that's why everyone else was actually pressuring it from the other side.
Yeah, you do not want to get sandwiched there. And trying to press forward. You can see Plan B double naded that podium on top of the stairs right there just to try to get into it. That's just a smoke, so it's not going to explode. But
yep,
they pushed way forward to try to secure that location, and they just got totally wiped out.
And the big risk of actually going all the way around the map is because when you are actually going around, if there is a counter push on the opposite side, it's like a merry-go-round. And then you suddenly have to work. You can't really follow up with your teammate, and suddenly you lose all your teammates, and you're farther away. You're at like the furthest away point on the map, and then there's a bomb. The bomb will be planted in the next few seconds. So it's a big risk if you want to go all the way around, but happened to be at the right time. They actually stalled good amount of time.
Oh, Vasily has a great angle there, but wasn't able to find any kills. The 2 kills that did come down came at the cost of Shales. So 2-for-1 exchange so far. Oh, Shine Asian almost getting taken out.
Gets the bomb exploded and gets a kill right there.
Oh, it's a massacre. Very low HP, but Shine Asian kills everybody.
The clan actually comes all the way around. And solo, Shine Asian also solo, but at both angles. You can't really work on that. It's going to be tough. Maybe even just wait in the room and look for your own angle with the headshot. I think that was also possible, but very low, so he had to risk everything at that moment. That's going to be 2 rounds going to Vengeance so far in the blue.
Yeah, you know, a lot left ahead of them to play. Plan B, everything does reset, so the only thing that might not reset is their mindset. That might be a little bit overwhelmed having lost the first 3 rounds in a row.
And we'll see a little bit more as we do see pre-fires.
Yeah, just making sure that hallway is clear.
I actually do want to look at the position of Declan once again. I think he's slowly, I do see the arrow, I think he's slowly going around the map once again.
Oh, he's trying for that sneaky play. Now, the rest of his team just have to hang on and not die to his pre-fire.
He's out all the way to the main hall at the end, near the red spawn.
Throws some C4 over behind that podium at the top of the stairs just to make sure that there's nobody hiding behind it. But actually, it's the entirety of the blue team. Vengeance are trying to push up, but big nades get thrown out there. Shields and Moonster all taken out.
They go down, but the reinforcements from the blue side will come, and Shane Asian will be the last one in this game right now in this round.
Yeah, it does have quite a few bullets left, so he'll be firing away for a while, but he's got to deal with quite a few on the other side, too.
At the same time, he was trying to poke into the angle, but Trust was right in front of him also. 5 kills.
And that's 4-0 on our first half. We are speed running through this. G-Clef, we might not have much left here in the 3rd and 4th place map number 1. I mean, this is only one map in a best of 3, so there's still a chance to come back. But wow, Vengeance is on fire.
Plan B seems like they already used Plan B. They have nothing else.
Yeah,
Maybe, but still a good chance to come back into the game. Not really too far away, but loses a member instantly too.
Oh no, what a disastrous way to start off their 5th round. This is their last chance to come back in the half, and losing Vasily and Monster is not the way they wanted to start. Oh, the drop from Shine Asian. Looking like Spider-Man just swinging down from the rafters.
Well, that one, Trust actually went super aggressive.
Yeah.
Just thinking that he could actually have a lucky one going in front.
I don't know why he was quite that far out there. So a little bit of a kill coming back their way, but it is still a 3-on-4. Can they even the score?
Let's see. 2 members are actually really low. Monster is super low. Click in the full, but he does have the C5. Not going to really find any following kills. There's a grenade actually making it 3-3 right now. Yeah. Diving into the side of railings. They get through. 1 more kill and down to 2v2. The final member.
Yeah, 1v1. Oh my god, this is so clutch. I got to see if Shales can take out Oscar. Here's Oscar's view. Now Shales, both pointed around the edge of the same staircase. So as soon as Shales comes down, Oscar will be right there to meet him.
Shales actually coming to their B point. Right nearby.
Very quiet. Yeah, they're both going to come around the same wall, spraying each other. Who's the victor? Looks like Oscar is willing to extend deeper into the site. It's going to push Shales way back there.
Shales, does he want to go towards that A side or try to juke and go back to the B, going around? It seems like he is trying to go down from the railing, the B path, and make some sound, and Oscar is right on top.
Oh, he's going to come around the corner, almost gets the pre-fire as soon as possible, but he's going to have to go for the plant here with only 45 seconds left. He's going to try to spray through the wall. Damage, it's not coming through. He's a little bit high with that spray. Tries to hit him through the window. Shales with no HP left. The bomb does get planted, but it will be instantly defused, and that will give Vengeance a 5-0 in the first half.
And it does say 4 is 4-0, but they got an extra round right before they remade the room, so that will be 5-0 first. So first half and second half, they only need a single round, and 1 round of successful attack from the red side will be just game over, game 1.
Yep, it'll be more rounds than their opponents can take against them, so it's all that you have to have. So really exciting that I got that math right that time, G-Clef.
I know.
Doing better. 1 + 4 is 5, + 1 is 6, which is more than their opponents could score against them. Man, this is not math class, kids. Don't run away just yet. But you can take out a piece of paper and take notes like G-Clef and I. So,
yeah, I've been writing every single round.
You probably won't have as nice a handwriting as G-Clef. It is very, is impeccable. You really paid attention there in cursive class.
You can actually try to do the same exactly with Excel or something like the datasheet, anything like the spreadsheet, and then you can print it, but it won't look quite the same as G-Clef notes here.
That's true. You also definitely do not count to 5 the same way that G-Clef does.
Oh, yes.
That is possibly...
I count in a way so you don't have to scratch it out every single time.
Ah, okay. I always just did 4 ticks and then a strike through it.
Then it kind of looks like a food, you know. You want to, like, it always reminds me, like, skewers.
Oh, okay.
It always reminds me of skewers, and I get hungry sometimes.
I could go for a skewer right now.
Like, more votes you have, you make more skewers, so...
Yep. Well, let's go ahead and get into our second half of the round so far. It's a 5-0 for Vengeance as they swap onto offense on the red side. Plan B going over to the blue.
And you know what? Sometimes
defense.
What I did a long time ago, and oftentimes if we actually defend perfectly, when we switch to red, we just rush in. Yeah. A, B, A, B, A, B, and then one of them.
You're like a point-blank seagull.
Yeah, one of them at least will just go through, and then we just win entirely. But sometimes it actually gets blocked all the way to the 4th game, and then suddenly you think, What is happening? What
Wait
do
a
we
second.
do now?
Yeah, we kind of got to win, and this is not what's going to happen for Vengeance. They lose 1, 2, 3, 4, or almost 4.
Oh, gets 2 kills with the grenade, though.
I mean, that's one way to come back in this. Grenades are great equalizers, of course. We'll see if they can bring it back 2 on 4 or 2 on 3.
HP, and you go.
Ooh, Oscar.
All the way around.
I mean, he's going to have to be the guy that plants the bomb, or at least tries to find some cheeky, sneaky way to get it in there. Trying to run around the long way. I don't think he'll fool Shine Asian, who's right there next to him.
So this
Oscar.
is actually... Oh,
oh no!
All the way out.
Headshot, can he get it? Nope. Oscar out of there. Now Mon says the last surviving member for Vengeance.
So with the 3 in blue, that is actually one of the best position to have. One right near the AL and the stairs, and then one at the B.
Nasty headshot coming through there. Beautifully done. And that's a win on the board. Point on the board for Plan B. So still in this, but dropping 1 round.
Go.
Sends
B
them
rush.
home.
And that would be my shot call if I was a shot caller.
Well, it looks like they are rushing very, very quickly, but not actually staying all the way together. The point man up front is Oscar, so he is putting himself in the line of fire, but he does so safely. He's going to let the rest of his team kind of regroup. They're not committing. You'll notice they don't all clump up in the same spot.
Get the kill from the, I guess, the other side, the B side, actually.
Yeah, Monster peaked. Did not stay safe as he should have and got taken out. Whoa, walking right into a frag. Whisk get taken out, and that is it's a 1-for-1. So kills on both sides, 4 on 4, and yet to plant the bomb or even get near the site. It looks like Vengeance are still taking their sweet time pushing in.
I think this may be the time where you bring in that sniper gun. It is possible just to cut one off that's been defending.
It's a nice sort of sneaky, cheesy shot.
course,
Wait, he missed it!
No. He wasn't. That wasn't his.
Oh, okay. I thought he bounced it off the wall. It looked like his mouse cursor was over that.
2 from the stairs, so they can't really go in too much. They will try to pressure into the B side that's possible. I think there's only 1 at the B side at the moment. Never mind, 2 just filling in right now.
I wish he missed it because I miss it all the time, and it bounces off the wall. I'm like, team, we gotta move, and they're like, why? And then everybody blows up. But gotta be careful with those. Still 1-for-1, but DeClint very low. I like that this game is being played a lot more passively because it does matter. 1 loss, and that's the map.
You use a smoke, go all the way in, but they actually go through.
Oh my god!
Not shots.
Those
not
shots
really
are
landing
insane.
too well for Plan B there. They were actually angling them coming in so hard. They just had to spray in, get kills. And they were nowhere close to getting those damage in,
Oh,
though.
sick nade kill, and that's going to make it a 1-on-2, but very low health bars, so if Shales can touch anyone on Vengeance, he'll take him out.
Can he actually
No, this is almost impossible.
In?
The angles are too hard here. There's no way to see behind the box. As soon as Shales pushes down that staircase, he's just dead instantly to Oscar. Yeah, so Oscar's going to spray him down here. Oh, no, doesn't take
Only 11 seconds. It is impossible now already.
Yeah, under 8 seconds, so there's no way that he's going to be able to take this down there. So he's just going for the more... he pulls out a knife. They're trying to knife each other, so in the end, he probably will be able to get these kills here. But the bomb blows up, and that is the only win needed for Vengeance.
And that is going to be it 6-1 in game number 1 in Luxville. Pretty nicely done, as... when I was saying it's impossible at 11 seconds, so of course it's possible if you get instant
If you can
kills
teleport onto the bomb and start the defuse.
But of course, as I was saying, it's basically impossible to get both kills because they will not come out simply.
Yeah, I mean, they're hiding behind the boxes. They're totally safe from every
You need to get
angle.
there before that 7-second mark, so and 4 seconds was not enough totally. And they're also kind of fooling around just knowing that they were going to win that game regardless. Yeah. The fact that he actually came down the stairs was even amazing because even though the defending blue side, 2 of them were so low, it's actually almost impossible to not die and make it into the lower staircase because you will basically explode yourself coming in.
Yeah, to like 3 or 4 lines of fire, depending on how many people are left alive. So. Wow, that's going to be an easy first map for Vengeance. They might have struggled as they swapped sides, but not for long, right? Just incredibly well played. Vengeance looked like they are just going to speedrun their way to an easy extra $1,000 in 3rd place.
Certainly, it's not as easy. Of course, the opponent very well coordinated, but so far in Luxville, and something, all of their attack really was well defended by Vengeance. We are going straight to Sandstorm. It seems like everyone is almost ready to get right into the game. Are we ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready, G-Clef?
I am ready, as always, and we are going straight in. Game 2. Sandstorm.
We're gonna play a lot of Sandstorm today. I have a feeling because it is a very popular map between all of our teams here. So we're gonna see it for our 3rd time in a row, 3 for 3 so far in our best of 3s. Vengeance, the team starting out on offense on the red. Plan B starting out with Vasily down, not the way they wanted to start their 2nd map. This is what separates them from 3rd and 4th place. $1,000, 1 map to play. See who comes out on top.
And of course, Vengeance, they only need 6 more rounds. If they get it straight in a row, that will be just game over. 3-3 at the moment. Oscar is also very low, but gets a safe passage. Great headshot. But one coming up from the side in the B Plaza. But that's going to be it. And also take one taken down from the backside alley. And that's going to be first. And momentum keeping up. In terms of momentum, of course, Vengeance got the first win, 6-1, and continues in a game right after a single minute. Then they will continue their momentum for sure.
They won round 1 in 40 seconds. They win round 1 in this map in 50 seconds. So very, very fast games here. And I love that the teams are really feeling each other out. Anytime you're playing against either a new team. Oh my god, that's a free kill. Okay, he's just standing on top of the box. Easy angle there for Wiz. So gotta say, it's not going to be too easy, but look at what we have here. A 3-on-4 plan B. Staying safe. Even though they kind of donated Extreme to the cause, it does appear as if they are doing very well after that, and they take it right back, evening up the score at 1-1.
And mission failed by the red team. Seems like our observer is always on the red team.
That's right. It's a little bit of bias announcing, but we all know that I actually wouldn't mind either team winning here. I think both of them have shown incredible performances. Indonesia, always a very strong region. You can never count them out, but very impressive to see Plan B do so well against Tokyo Strikers in their semifinal match.
Ooh, already a headshot, a man down. Maybe went all the way into the bridge, tried to make into the pub area in the 2nd floor, but failed to do so. And I guess he had really good of a response to actually go all the way there already, but failed to go in. Another man down.
Yep, trying to control this plaza area, but it is just so difficult to advance any further. Now, I think we actually did have one member, the other 2 members of Vengeance are actually splitting off towards Road to try to go out there to A, but looks like we actually will have a lot of action there as Oscar gets kind of beset 1-on-2, but he finds the 1v1.
With
now
the
he's
P90.
he's not going to be able to close the deal there as the teammate comes in for the backup. A blue team win for Plan B, and they'll go up 2-1 on the 2nd map.
Plan B finally coming back in Sandstorm. Defending it pretty well, and they're getting some of the lucky shots as well. And making it a 5v4 or 5v3 to begin with.
Well, round 4 starts off with a 5v5. They're just going to stay that way for a while. And this is going to be more of the, I guess, the standard way to play it. You know, stand off on the bridge into pub and not letting anybody really get through there. So we're going to see a little bit of pre-fire, lots of overnades, try to soften the situation up. But no early deaths just yet. I might have spoken a little bit too soon.
They are actually trying to go into the A Plaza. They are with the overnades.
This is so dangerous.
All 5 of them right here in the Central Plaza right now.
Yeah, one backing off to try to go back towards spawn, actually. Maybe switching things up just a little bit.
One more.
Yeah, I didn't know actually Oscar with a P90. I think that is his favorite gun, but you don't actually see that quite as often as things like Dual Chris.
P90 is so unique because I just saw the kill feed and then I just saw P90 and actually a rush in from blue has to change now with the 4v4. It's going to move away from the A side. They have 3 at the moment, but one going to the alley now.
Well,
back with the lovely grenade taking to
sick
in front
overnade.
of the plaza there.
That is not the way you want to lose that round. Oh my God. Plan B firing back 3-1 on the board, and that's a very explosive way to give themselves a little bit of extra momentum.
They were there for too long. They have to be moving consistently. They can't be there too long. Road was pushed, and they knew that the pub was actually not taken because they also had a man pushing from the back alley from the pub.
As soon as you give up your location, the longer you stay there, the more you're just going to be a fish in a barrel, just taking nade after nade. So, gotta stay mobile. We'll see how that decides to change Vengeance's play style. You gotta maybe move out a little bit more. But wow, they find an immediate kill onto X Monster or Moonster. He has an extra O on our sheet, but he's Monster on the screen. Not gonna be a monster this time. He's dead. With an Oscar, low health on the other side as they try to peek around the corner and push up the road.
Inside. Well, getting the backup from the B Plaza, and also the one from A side will actually go towards that area as well, as we do hear a lot of grenades. And we can count grenades and smokes and how many people are there at the moment. And you do hear at least 3, everything basically thrown out already from the red side.
Taking their time, the patience here at Road is pretty commendable. It doesn't take a lot to defend B, so you don't want to commit too many to just trying to push that. But with the man advantage, Vengeance might say that that's all they need to get in there.
It's one more, down to 3. And 1 in A, 2 nearby B at the moment. Are they really going to shift it out? Gets a trading kill.
Yeah,
Extreme gets a headshot.
4 now. Going for the duel there. Oscar needing to take out Extreme. He's got the backup, but a backup for Extreme as well.
And then they change into A, actually, after rushing into B. Make sure the backup comes into B, and then the moment that they have the backup, they switch the road and then go into the A side. They will get the plant.
Yeah, very, very good call there for Vengeance, but they do lose more. They do get the shot, the return kill there, and DeClint is very low. So for all intents and purposes, it's a 1v1 as DeClint is going to be forced to hide for his life. He's going to try for the bait. Don't walk in there, Extreme!
It is not the best angle for the red, but actually they will get it because they have all the cover, better position still with the low ground and the high ground right at the same angle. But staying at the same angle could have been very dangerous, especially one very low HP compared to the one like 180, which what we would have usually with the bomb set.
Yeah. Still the first half, and Vengeance are coming back. They find a nice win there for themselves, even after taking a couple of losses. And plant the bomb, get the kills, win the round. But they still have to win one more to tie it up at 3-3. So we'll see if they can do that. Where are they going to go? Just really fanning out. One in Plaza, one road, and then a couple more coming up towards the bridge to pub. I think they're still on the low ground, though. So we'll see if they want to push, or how they plan to push through the Plaza.
Still just hanging on, and road already being controlled by the truck from the blue. They already have control from the pub and the road, and they will start to fall back a little bit. It seems like the Plaza is taken away, and the one kill grenade coming in gets some damage. 24.
Beautiful. Nade's taking out Extreme and Shales. That's just not a fair fight. You can't go up against the grenade, but I mean, headshots are one way to come back there. DeClint out of here. 4 on 3. 3 on 3, 2 on 3. It's just going a disastrous way for Vengeance. They lose more health, and Monses coming around the corner there will even things up. 2-1. Now uneven. 1-1. Monses versus Monster. Can Monses win the duel?
Which one is
Get
the
real
real
bomb plant? That's right. He's going to plant the bomb down there. 2307. Got to remember the password. Does get the bomb down 40 seconds, and that will mean that Monster will have to push in, and this is a very difficult location to assault.
Yeah, it seems like of course 100 AP to 29. It seems like Monster is in a better position, but in terms of positioning,
no!
We'll get the headshot. It doesn't even see. In terms of positioning, it doesn't even matter. But it all comes down to the focus, and the headshot secures the defense for Plan B. 4 rounds already.
4-2. So they are poised to take the win in the half. Now, of course, that doesn't give them the overall win. Still going to play second half, but it's still a lot of points to be putting up here against Vengeance, who look very strong, almost unfairly so in the first round. So coming in, we got to see.
We'll see. As B almost a rush here. The road already taken. A good trade with the grenade.
Oh wow!
B goes down. B's open.
Nice shots through the smoke there. 2 down. It's a 3-on-3, 2-on-3 right now.
Oh, look at that cut down from the A, all the way from the A plaza. Look at the backup and the angle covered by the plan B.
Just so impressive. Very well played. DeClint and Trust, the 2 surviving members for Vengeance, trying to hold on to that B bomb site.
We'll slowly crouch in when there's a backup as well.
They're not actually guarding the right doorway. Oh, here comes Extreme. If he peeks this is going to be terrible.
Peek. 82. It's just low. Going in slightly, gets one, but actually knows the bait.
Oh, wow, he backs off perfectly.
Does not take a single damage. So they know exactly where they are. They can move around, of course. But
mows him down. It's a 3-on-1 to Clint.
Look at that.
Left alone in the bomb site. The blue team does win, and that is going to be a 5-2 scoreline for Plan B.
Can they make a comeback in Game 2? Of course, very hard map to actually go in and make points for Red. And Vengeance, if they can actually defend 5-0, 5-1, then they will win this 3rd place.
Yeah, Vengeance can absolutely come back. They've even got a little bit of breathing room with those first 2 wins they were able to take. But it's not going to be easy. And at least for me, I don't know what's going to look different about that, because it felt like Vengeance never really got a chance to show what they had planned. Like, they did pick up a couple of wins, but I don't think those wins worked out the way they wanted them to. So I don't know what to expect here, but Vengeance are going to need to change things up. You can see the looks on their faces. They are not happy with the way that first half went on map 2.
Certainly it seems that way most of the time. And Plan B did take 5-2. And all they need will be 3 rounds in the second half of Sandstorm, and they will be winning the game as well. So there are lots of ways to end in second half. And so far, Sandstorm, let's go back and look at all the stuff, all the scores before Sandstorm. In terms of Red, very low. Plan B actually took not a single round in the first half against Vengeance before. And then also, Vengeance only took 2. So it's actually a rematch, but having the same score as before on the same map.
Wow. So I guess history kind of repeating itself a little bit here. But things are fresh for the second half. We'll see if Plan B can close this one out. They do only need 3, and then that would be too many for their opponents to catch up. See if they can get the wins that they need. Pushing forward here, Monster trying to push through Plaza, but he's going to have a very difficult time doing that. He's also the first forward member of their team on points, so that is not a great spot for him to be in. He's staying back, staying safe, trying to push through the smoke. Declan actually did get taken out there, so it's a 4-on-5 right now for Plan B. I'm not actually... Oh, Monster got clipped in the head!
3 kills already from Plan B here, as they would... I was just talking about Red side. It's so hard to actually make into a point, but they're so close. 4-2 at the moment.
This is just... Vengeance are evaporating in front of the withering fire from Plan B. They were able to push all the way through, and now actually maybe coming in through back alleyway. Or I guess that was the pub area, yeah, that they pushed into. So
still slowly, yes.
Yep, 2-on-4.
Coming around the corner.
Oh, Wiz wins the battle.
They're trying to go onto the B side at the same time, but knows and senses Extreme right behind them. Bomb plants.
Trust.
And does see him. Will actually catch the one with 100 HP. So this one looks like a disaster for Vengeance to actually come back here.
Yeah, Wiz, there's basically
needs
no
a miracle.
way.
There's no way. And Extreme comes from the back and secures the final kill. And already a round gone for Plan B. Once again, we need 2 more. And it's going to be the game over for Game 2.
Yeah, and that'll tie it up. That'll give them both 1 map apiece. So that's going to make it very, very close. Oh, trying to get the pistol snipe there. No headshots available for now. We'll see if they restock those in a couple minutes. For right now, Plan B, like you said, poised to win this. We'll see which way they want to push. Coming out of red spawn, up towards the bridge to pub. Of course, making their way towards that A bomb site, trying to cross the bridge. But of course, this is probably the most difficult phase of the way this game's play out.
As we do have shots in some pre-fires. Staring it forward now. Actually, 3 men here. May actually thinking about crossing this bridge. Slightly Extreme is going on his way, but Bates on the right side and at the stairs and the bottom also.
Yeah, so that's one member across, but everybody else down in the plaza. They are trying to push through into pub on the low ground with still a lot of pressure up top, so maybe a little bit of distractions there. Actually, Monster getting taken down again. Oh, Vasily, the next one to fall. And actually, this is a great round from Vengeance on defense. Only trust a little bit low, but everybody's
now they actually
alive.
Push out all the way into the plaza.
Oh,
the fourth kill, and the last one is coming very soon. That's going to be a round going to Vengeance. Finally, they are able to swing it back here as they still need 4 more to go.
Yeah, it would take a long trip for Vengeance to be able to come back here. I think the biggest thing Vengeance at least have to watch out for is staying patient, staying at least aware, cautious. That slower pace of the way that last round played out, really it felt like that helped them a lot. Plan B got a little bit antsy, decided to come around and walked right into the line of fire. So, gotta say, for Vengeance, their backs are a little bit up against the wall. They can only afford to give away 1 more round, and even then, that's not the way they want to do it.
Yep, and that's going to be continuing in this round number 3 as they're taking it a little bit slower. Of course, only 40 seconds to grenade. Ooh, barely not catching him.
Extreme getting taken down. Oh, and now Monster. It's a massacre there. No answers possible.
Not even a chance.
5-0. Vengeance. What kind of momentum is this? They are coming back in a big way 2 rounds in a row.
The power of Indonesia really showing up in the Sandstorm, coming back into the second half. Look at that. Oh my
God.
Through.
That shot's insane. Trust didn't even get a chance to think because his brain was out of his body. Man, it's just Shine Asian trying to push into the B-bomb site after pushing through road so successfully.
Because that kill was not really expected from the blue side. Actually, 3 grenades are already thrown as a defensive tool because they had no one in the B side.
Vengeance now losing their second. Shine Asian only taking a couple of hits. Great defense here on the bomb site, but they can't keep hemorrhaging members. Extreme goes down there. The spray catches him out. Trying to come up on that high ground.
Down to 3-3-3, but A and B super well guarded. Another kill coming out.
3v2. We got to keep an eye on this. Wiz very low, but he's in the position to stop Monster as he tries to push in. So still very difficult for Plan B. They've got a lot of ground to make up. 2 minutes to do it.
Just smell the one coming around, so position himself a little bit better.
That was close, but now the fire's good to take out Wiz. Oscar, the last surviving member of Vengeance. He's in a 1-on-2. Can he close this one out? He's coming around the long way.
Coming towards the B side and Plaza or the back alley.
Which way to go? Oh, finds a headshot on the alley. Now it's only Shales actually with less
super
HP.
Low. Less than 20, I believe.
Yeah,
just 19.
19 to 42. Well played there.
Yeah, less than 20, yes. 19 is less than 20 for sure.
He nailed it. The facts check out. We'll see if Oscar's able to come in here. He's going to make the break into it. Finds the kill!
Only 3 HP left! He turned around and got the air shot kill.
He got the turnaround kill, but that he also took damage. And that means that you have to get that kill in a split second. Otherwise, you're going to die. That is insanity. It's the 3rd round in a row for Vengeance.
That was like the spinning bullet kill. You know, one of the movies with
no scope. Yeah.
You know, one of the movie that you shoot through and the bullet goes in the
Wanted?
world? Yeah, Wanted. That was like those kind of shot with Angelina Jolie in it. That was incredible, man.
Well, I just don't know. It's literally a 360 no scope or 180 or whatever you want to call that. There's probably a skateboard move that describes that, but insane plays by Vengeance. They're making a comeback. They pick up 2 more map wins and they win the round. They win the map.
It's just like from karate and taekwondo. It's like 1080 kick, 1080 shoot in the air. You just spin 3-4 times and then you just shoot the headshot.
That's right. These guys would make excellent Olympic snowboarders. Totally capable of pulling off those spin shots. So we'll see. It's a brand new game.
I'll give 9.7 on that.
Okay. This is still a 3rd, 4th place match. The grand final still yet to come, but this is a nice. Oh my! What? Wait, what? Oh, what? That is
dashes in from both sides.
Up close and personal. That's the way we like to play it. Point blank, not just the name of the game. It's the play style.
Oh, the grenade will actually not catch him. Actually points just back, and that damages and it gets the kill as well.
Monsense revealing himself. He
Look
cannot
at this
enter.
Great angle from both sides.
There's no way for
this
him
is
to
the
break
worst
in.
entrance for that angle. So they might as well just go around if they're not really spotting them.
Planted 25 seconds. They gotta go now.
At least one Going around the map.
So they spray to distract just a little bit.
Mhm.
Can they break in? Oh, he turns around, gets mowed down. Wiz versus the very low extreme, but Shine Asian with full health, and that does it. Point, or not point. Plan B. Do take their second round. So right now, this is, I guess, the best that Vengeance can do is tie at this point.
And
I don't think we've had any ties so far this tournament.
yeah, none so far.
This could be our first one if Vengeance are able to take the next 2 rounds. It certainly seemed like they would be able to. Very strong, but now, Wiz getting taken down.
For the tiebreak, we actually, instead of 5 rounds, we have a 3-round. First half and second half. That will be the tiebreaker on the same map, I believe.
Oh, Shales gets exploded. It's a 2-on-4 right now, as it looks like Plan B might just be able to take this map and bring it to 1-1 in map score.
And he does go all the way in, but super exposed himself, of course, going into the A side. Not really finding the kill, and that will be it. And Plan B coming in strong and taking back game 2 for themselves.
Man, Vengeance had it after such an aggressive map 1. They come back in game 2 and bring it all the way back just 2 maps away. And they can't close it out. So Plan B get another life, another chance.
And the final map will be downtown.
Downtown. That's where all the kids are going. That's where we're going to be going after after we get a chance to sort of give our teams a breather. I would need a little bit of chance to relax, and you can see the look on Vengeance's faces. They're like, wow, how did we lose that? What a tragedy.
And seems like, and that took some time, so it is going to be, maybe we'll be taking a short break because a lot of the teams has been. Who do you think is going to take it?
Who do I think is going to take it? Man, Vengeance just really couldn't really get it together. I think these teams are vastly different depending on whether they're playing offense or defense. So a lot of it is whether or not you are able to get enough points in one of those rounds. No map intro here. Wow, we are really just going into it.
Yeah, we don't need it. We had games of downtown back from day 1. I believe this is the 3rd one already.
It is.
And let's get to downtown.
Yep, we're going back downtown. Here we go. Vengeance starting off in the red on offense. Plan B from Turkey, of course, in the blue defending.
Of course, Plan B having control of the blue cafe and nothing else. The other cafes are wide open. B1, B2 cafe, of course, will get taken from Vengeance side. That's 1 kill. A trade comes around towards the A site.
Yep, Vengeance pushing into main cafe as they look to take the center of the map, give themselves a few options. Do they want to split off to A or B? Coming around from red spawn through the back alley, trying to make their way up towards A.
For now, they are keeping in towards the A side, but we saw what the grenades could do, so you do have to look at the angle where they can actually throw the grenade from far away.
Oh, this does not look to be going good for Vengeance. They lose 2, and they might actually just lose another one right there. They're trying for a nice headshot, but he wasn't able to find it. 2 for 2 now. 3 on 3, 3 on 2, 2 on 2. And that's it for Vengeance as they lose almost their last member. It's up to Monses. Can he do it? Extreme Shine Asian very low. Monses taking a little bit of damage there. He's going to push forward right on the other side of the door. That's where he's going to go. Bomb is not planted yet. They still have more time to work with. 1:20 left.
That's a headshot onto the one that had a lot more HP.
Yeah, that means Extreme gets taken out. Monses with the win for Vengeance to put them on the board here in our final map at the 3rd, 4th place match.
Is it going to be the one coming back into this final game? Gets the first round in. It's not, of course, they don't even have to plant the bomb if they're coming to you. The reason why you plant the bomb is that you kind of want them to come to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
But you also have to have the time to have one of your members to sit down and plan it. So, very tense moment, very tense series. This is our final map to decide which team walks away. Top 3 or top 4.
That's why FPS is just so fun, and especially point blank. You can have the bomb to draw them attention, and also you can position yourself perfectly so that or you can just buy time. All you have to do is stall time until it explodes, and you will win the round.
Indeed you do. And then all of a sudden it's kind of weird. Once the bomb goes down, they swap roles. And the aggressive team is now the defensive team. They just have to defend the bomb. Smoke to try to push in. Here comes Oscar. Gets one frag out. Forces him to. Oh, wow. He's actually going to duck down and run in. Gets the headshot. No, and he's going to turn around and look for even more. Oscar with the rush in, just completely bopping everybody. Unfortunately, for Vengeance, they get destroyed right there. So I was down with Oscar's plan, but then everything kind of went pear-shaped.
I know. He actually... One of the blue member was actually betrayed by his own teammate as one of the member actually just went through two of the members of blue spawn. He wasn't really expecting any of them to come from that angle because he had two covering from right in the middle.
Firing through the smoke there. Vengeance loses two. Wiz and Trust out of the game for now. It's Oscar, Monses, and Declan left for Vengeance, trying to push around right up through the middle. Main cafe is their staging area. I wonder which direction they're going to go off this. They could just head right up towards blue spawn, and then look to push sideways to either A or B.
That's so far just sneaking out,
chilling out by the freezer truck. A little bit cold in there. A little bit cold in here too. Feels like we're in the freezer truck.
No one actually on that platform. On the B side, everyone below it or right next to it on the stairs.
Oh, this is so clutch! Extreme comes up with the win. It takes a couple of shots, so he's forced to back off as his health bar is not what it used to be. But still a 4-on-2 here. Vengeance losing one more, and now only Oscar. Time to rush up this time, Oscar. Will it work quite as well? I don't think so.
He does not have his P90, but still, Chris, just the weapon to take all the kills. We'll jump off the window towards the blue cafe in and maybe going towards the A, but
nope,
too slow.
That's it. Gets taken out. And that's going to do it for our third round. Plan B, up 2-1.
Okay, I'm ready. We are ready to jump right in, and we are ready, and we are ongoing, but he suddenly stopped. Trust.
Trust, what are you doing? Keep going.
Water.
Ah, okay. He's got to get some water.
And they actually get a kill in the meantime.
What? He's chilling, man. He's just drinking some water.
You need that water.
He's got to hydrate. Important lessons being learned here at the Point Blank World Challenge. Gonna take a little bit of a break. But here we go. Monstaz pushing up, joining the rest of his team as they decide to push up through a cafe into the alley behind it. Taking a swap over here to Shine Asian, seeing what his decision-making looks like. He's in Blue Cafe.
Coming in towards the A site. They're actually going to defend this one up close.
Trying to spray through the door just in case there's anybody on the other side. Doesn't find anyone. Now to Clint. He's going to play point, walking forward. Ah, man. Oh, no. He's actually right on the other side of the wall. No, pops out. What? Asian? Is he that good? Is that him? I think it is. He's a 1v2, but he has more health. Can he use that to his advantage? Barely misses catching Vengeance on the rotation. Yeah, he's going to have to run away for now. I think he wants to wait until they plant that bomb. And with only a minute and a half left, they're going to have to do it soon.
Because he knows he's in a worse position, he actually goes towards the other way where he can be in the same position as the Clint already has made position in the B site.
Right.
He does spot him.
Quick nade, throw out. That was actually a really good one. Oh my god, I thought that was actually going to hit. Nope. No explosions there, and DeClint gets headshot, so he is out of there. And that is going to do it for our fourth round. Tied up, 2-2.
The final one, of course, can't be more close than this one, 2-2 at the moment. Only the first half, so. Still, Vengeance able to get lots of points in this red form. As point A, basically a lot of the attacks, most of the attacks from game day one, they have been failing because of lots of nades. And in this case, Plan B actually defending A, not just throwing in the grenade. They are actually placing a few of their members nearby.
I feel like the hallmark of day one was just running into nades over and over again. So that happened quite a few times, but not going to do this. Not going to view the boards.
See, even 3 men here.
Yeah, off the window. And yeah, they are committing with all 3.
That's the overnade right next to the Blue Cafe.
The spray through the door doesn't go his way. Wiz gets taken out. What? So Wiz and Shine Asian, one down for both teams. Very, very close, but what's the play? Just pushing through into a cafe, I believe. Or at least trying to. No more casualties yet. 2 minutes left on the clock.
And with the box. Keep on going straight, but does find a kill, so make that 4v3. Only one person remaining on the B side. Actually, not on the B side, right next to Spawn.
Trust getting taken out there. That's about the closest 1v1 we've seen in a while there. Shales now knows he is the final surviving member of his team. So he has a little bit of ground to make up. I think that Vengeance kind of is just saying, hey, let's go for it. Let's kill this guy.
Why don't we just go for it, kill this guy? And then he's saying, we got to be careful and we have to plant, making everything possible.
A little bit impetuous there. They are not willing to wait around for very long.
Shots fired already. They know the direction, 100%. Everyone behind the box. They're not really letting this one go at all.
Oh, no, there's a frag.
Takes damage from it, and one more, and then gets shot also. Gets hit by two grenades and a shot. That's got to hurt.
Indeed, I think that's the most painful way to go down possible. Unless you get bounced around between 5 nades, that would probably be a little bit more painful. But well, Shales.
I don't think you can actually feel all the pain with 5 grenades.
Yeah, you can take less than 1/5 of your health from a grenade if you're just barely on the radius. You'd have to be basically perfectly surrounded.
I know, that's super hard. That needs to be calculated with the distance and all the damage.
He calculated how to take the most damage in that situation.
But finally, they will actually defend, actually have 2 men nearby that B site. So already a 2 men down. Vengeance, they're on to their point as they're keeping their streak into this attack. Actually comes around from the side, take 2 men down. Instantly.
And instantly again, it's Shales versus the world. He's only in a 1-on-2 this time around, so this is much more doable. However, he has to make sure that he moves quickly enough to keep Vengeance from setting up in some sort of crossfire that he won't be able to break into. The bomb's down, 40 seconds left. Shales, can you get revenge for having taken all that pain in the last round?
And not being seen for this long has got to mean that he's coming from that freezer, truck freezer.
See if he can get oh, wow, he had an angle there for a second, but can't find the shot.
Coming all the way around, 19 seconds. Seems like he's running out of time as well. They're just hiding at the moment.
Yeah.
Playing hide and seek. Did you find the peekaboo? There are none, but so here we go. The peekaboo is real come, but the time is not even enough, and there's the kill with the pistol.
Vengeance, the red team getting their 4th win here and almost ending the half there. All 5's all they'll need. This is certainly a very good performance for them on offense, but we all know what happens when they swap sides. Things can get very difficult all of a sudden. Turn around the corner, Monster gets headshot! And that's a 4v5 to start things off in a great way for Vengeance, who are looking to close out the half.
They're continuing their push as that's how they have been actually taking the lead so far. They have been taking a man down, at least a trade to down to 4v4 most of the rounds. Not really starting having a 5v5 straight. 2 men down. Even 1 man is so low to about 20 HP, so anywhere you can push, or you can just have 2-3 split between the two, and make sure you just cut everything back up and make that 3.
Wow, Vengeance living up to their name. They are going to get Vengeance for losing that last round. 3 dead, so it's a 3-on-2, and Shine Asian very, very low. Come on, says to Clinton and Wiz pushing up. Non-stop spray there from Shine Asian. He is definitely trying to get any options he can. Oh my God. He's the last surviving member there, and with his death, the timely demise gives Vengeance 5-2, the score for the first half.
That will be secure, and the end for the first half, of course. Only 2. Only being able to defend 2 rounds in the blue side. That's a bit of a problem for Plan B. I know they have been having a lot of successful attacks, but not in Luxville, not as much in Sensor, only 3. So in downtown, maybe that's possible, just like Vengeance, but it seems very unlikely, you know?
I would think that would be unlikely as well. I don't know how do you think things are going to change now that we're swapping sides here, G-Clef? Because it seems like Vengeance, they are great when it comes to offense. They really know how to press these advantages, especially on downtown. But when they swap sides defending, sometimes things just magically change. And I don't know. I think that there is definitely the possibility that Plan B are able to come back and tie it up.
Yeah, surely. And that's certainly a possibility in the final game that we're going to go in. And the winner of this final second round, second half, will actually be taking that third place for their title. But
Yeah.
of course, not going to be the first champion or the second place, but still this one matters. Top 3 is what people remember the most, as you said.
Absolutely. I mean, essentially, this is one half for $1,000.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of money for one half.
There's a banana. You need that potassium K. K plus.
That's right. My favorite band growing up was named Reliant K, so I always called them Dependent Potassium, just to be a little bit edgy and show that I was a chemistry nerd. But they will have the potassium that they need.
It depends on the. Lots of sports players actually take bananas, but on the other way, some of the, especially a lot of the Olympic players that does not like to eat banana, because they think it's one of the curse that you would slip because of the banana peel.
What?
Yes, that's why. That's another reason why you don't take banana.
What?
Yeah, it's actually real. But second half, we are in the game.
Okay, no bananas here. Nobody's gonna be slipping. We haven't added that in.
Have you not played any Mario Kart before?
I'm too bad at Mario Kart to play it. They actually don't allow me to. I try to log in and it just exits me right out of the game. They're like, oh, you must be this good to play.
That's good.
Well, wow, 3-on-3 to start things off. Getting started early here. The first round, almost always when we change halves, is very, very explosive. Literally explosive there as that barrel explodes into flames, which unfortunately deal no damage.
See so far? Only smoke comes in. The pink smoke, the best one.
I agree, G-Clef. Trying to find those headshots. I think he actually could hit extreme if he did find like the luckiest bullet in the world. One of those wanted bullets that curves around here.
To spot him.
Yep, Vasily ducks and covers, runs away, finds the player flanking him, but ultimately goes down, gives it to a 2v2. Plan B. Only able to take 2 rounds. Vengeance poised. All they have to do is take 2 more.
He was trying to hit onto Oscar, and then suddenly a wild teammate pops up and then gets headshot.
Yeah, and that's going to give the round to Plan B. They have a long way to go to claim a victory here. They also have to give away no fewer than 3 rounds.
Yes, and then they have to get all the way to 5. Vengeance taking all 5 from the red side. It seems like that's continuing a little bit more as they also find kills after one another from the beginning of the round all the time.
Trying to control the cafe. It's going to get harder and harder as they push in. 4-on-5 there. Wiz, the first casualty here.
A side basically open, wide up.
Yeah. I think Shales knows that. That's why he's kind of pushing out towards the middle, right in that big main area.
No C4. I don't see any C4 yet. Just waiting for maybe just dragging, just baiting that grenade for now. Seems like a good idea. They still have 2 minutes. One more kill with the headshot. Not really connecting anything with the grenade because not finally. Oh, never mind. They're actually baiting that one more. And we do have the C4. It seems like we are planning onto a site.
Yeah, Shine Asian with that C4. Let's see if he decides to keep pushing up. Where is Shales going to go? Shales has been sort of the rogue agent here for Plan B. Is way out away from the rest of his team, trying to find players as they rotate, catch them, punish them for reinforcing.
That's another one, and down to 4-2.
Yeah,
and gets another coming out from the side, and Oscar all the way around.
Oh, Oscar,
will
poor
find
Oscar.
Extreme, and he will be going down. Plan B taking it back to back again after the second half.
Yeah, now score is 4-5. I mean, that is very, very close. Only going to need 3 more wins. Plan B can still take this.
Straight, and that's exactly the same for Vengeance. They only need 3, and that's all they need. They just need 3 Vengeance. And Plan B, they need 3 straight, though.
Yeah.
Near 3. Near straight.
Very, very true. They have to pick up 3 in a row. Can they do it? This is very, very difficult. It's almost the highest level of point-blank play in the world. I mean, you replay this 5 times, you get 5 different results. So, absolutely anything can happen. Let's see if Plan B can take this down. Vasily pushing up through that appropriate purple or pink. Is that purple or pink smoke? It's pink smoke, right?
Pink. And with the smoke, he actually goes through, but I think he spotted with the cursor from the one waiting behind. He also jumped, but will get taken out instantly.
No,
will
extreme,
respawn.
very low. Wiz getting taken out. Trust the next to fall. Oscar, headshot, and Monses into Clint. The only surviving members for Vengeance.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to trust on your teammate that's going to back up. And go for the other angle that you can only cover. That's what he was doing at the moment. But headshot after headshot, he's the only one. But can he do it?
To Clint with the
41.
2010. He really has been pulling off some sick moves with his gun. Can he find the headshot at long range? No! Gets headshot in return. And that's a victory for Plan B.
2 more. They just need 2 more rounds to bring home their victory of 3rd place from PBWC 2018.
I mean, this would mean so much to them. 3rd place, the biggest competition for Point Blank in the world. You know they've got to want this. So 3 more wins, or 2 more wins rather. That is all it is going to take. See if they can get it. Pushing up right through the middle by Main Cafe. Now coming around that red staging area. See if you can push through any further.
Yeah, if you are ever stressed, make sure you go downtown and destroy all the windows. It's actually very stress relieving.
I don't think this is one of those lessons we're supposed to learn from Point Blank, G-Club.
Oh, look at the grenade. 2 kills.
What?
Instantly.
They're making a case for themselves, G-Club.
3 and 1, 2 more, and that's going to be
What
final
is
one.
happening?
Final
Wiz?
one.
Wiz, he's going to have a miracle,
He
but
just
no.
jumps into a death pool there.
I think Vengeance are a little bit tilted off the face of the planet. 1 more win, 1 more loss,
GG.
and they're out of here.
They are out of here. This may be the final round for Vengeance. They've found none of the blue rounds in the second half so far.
Plan B can essentially do no wrong at this point. They just seem to be hitting every shot. This is that 2K momentum we were talking about, but a little bit of a halt to their momentum as Vasily gets taken out. So 4 on 5 for now. How is Plan B going to play from here?
With clicks, with keyboards.
Indeed. Mice, keyboards, mouse pads, all those things we talked about.
There has been some feedback thinking, why is your clip taking everything literally? makes it awkward. I like it.
Well, when it comes to contributing to awkwardness, man, I am right there with you. So I'm glad that we can be consistent.
You're rejected rapid, but this may be the final round. Let's get in. Again, Vasily already taken out 5v4. Maybe the first one from Vengeance to actually
headshot on Shine Asian. What on earth? Just instantly out of there. And now it just gets more and more difficult for Plan B. They can still tie and send it to that
getting a headshot.
But
1 man down.
Yeah, so it's a 3 on 4, but lots of damage there on the monster. He gets taken out there. It's a tragedy for Shales as he is down. It's only extreme left. And 1 on 3. If he finds a shot onto Clint, maybe he can turn it into 1 on 2 and go from there. Og, his weapon of choice is this to
look
come
at
back.
that extreme, having some mad swaps between 2-1, 3-1s. Oh, look at this angle. This is crazy insane.
The snap headshot takes him out, and that means the best that Plan B can do is a tie.
Certainly, yes. He gets 1.
We'll see if they can do it. I mean, I wouldn't take it away from them that Plan B can still pick up a round right here. But
no, the Plan B actually took 2 rounds in the first half, so they still have to get 1 more.
Okay,
they want to tie up.
Indeed. They do still, that's what I said. They have to get 1 more win in order to go for the tie.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It's going to be a long night.
It is. It certainly
has been a long night, and it's going to be longer. I like it even more.
I love it. More Point Blank ahead. We've got at least 1 final round left if Point Blank, or if Plan B can do it again, but they have their work cut out from them there. A couple of shots landed onto DeClint, but he does escape, yeah.
The smoke just enough, and Vasily will get the back angle, and no one actually in here to bait. Let's see how well he goes to the next, jumps to the next box.
Jumping box to box, Vasily coming around the corner, finds the flick shot, takes it down. 1, 2, 3, Oscar going down.
And that's going to be it, though.
Plan B with the tie.
You think so?
Did I? No.
That is not the tie, and that there's a reason why they are happy about it, because they took 2 rounds in the first half, and then they got 5, which makes it 7.
That's right. Okay.
And then Vengeance only got 1 with the blue defense, which
wow,
makes it 6.
I was reading that so wrong the whole time. 7 is greater than 6, G-Clef. Did I do my math right then?
Yes, the Plan B will be the 3rd place winner in Point Blank World Challenge 2018. Nice job on the final game
And
was very tough.
I love to see the love from the Brazilian
Mhm.
crowd. They don't have any skin in the game. Essentially, they just want to see good point blank and Plan B clutch it out at the end.
Oh, look at that. Great sportsmanships.
I mean, you can still see that Vengeance are a little bit disappointed.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have thought that this would be the way that it would end, but you can see that they are still good sportsmen, shaking some hands. But in the end, it is Plan B from Turkey who claimed third place and an extra $1,000 in the Point Blank World Challenge.
Yeah, of course all the crowd saying, "Yeah, it's over. Let's get to the finals." Yes,
That may
we
be why
are
they're
at the
happy about
moment.
it.
Yes, we are very close to that grand finals, best of 3. That will be the final match coming up right after. But we do have the winner, third place. Congratulations, Plan B, for taking that win. Of course, it was actually for what we actually thought. Vengeance actually taking Luxville 6-1. This is going to be a stomp.
What?
But no, Sandstorm.
Mhm.
Plan B comes back with a strong. Let's count.
And then they come all the way
8-5.
back.
8-5, and the final game very tough, and it comes all the way back 7-6. So that's how they're going to finish in this tournament. But two highest, the best teams in the world are waiting for us
In the grand finals. We've come 3 best of 3s through. It's been a long couple of days, but we do have sort of the crown jewel of the PBWC left ahead of us. The grand finals awaits our 2 strongest teams here. We have Tokyo Strikers from Thailand, one of the best, most dominant regions in the world for point blank, and they will be facing off against Brazil's #1 team in 2K or 2Kill Esports. So I cannot wait to see that. I think the crowd is going to be insane. If you're watching this on your phone and you happen to look over and realize that you're right next to the Mega Arena, just walk inside in Brazil because we will be taking a quick break before we come back with the grand finals of the PBWC 2018. So don't go anywhere.